Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special, very awesome Saturday night one-shot for all of you to enjoy. This is Gehenna Gaming Saturday night one-shot, and we are running the lost episode, I should say the lost chronicle of the Contagion Chronicle, Deviant, the Renegades. Before we jump in to our amazing tale today, I would love my cast and players to introduce themselves. I'll call on you starting from the top. Jax.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline Brick, she, her. I actually wrote on Deviant the Renegades. It was a great time. I love this game line. I'm really excited to see what we do with it. I am a writer, designer, editor. I'm a person who verbs games, and I will be playing Kat. Um, Kat is a deviant, and she's a pathologic deviant, and she has ghost disease.
Ghosty. All right.
Ghosty ghost, you're dead.
Abby.
Hi, I'm Abby Peterson. I just player, not the esteemed of writing, but a big fan of the Chronicles of Darkness system. Glad to be playing it today. I am playing Cazador, who is chimeric, so an individual that is mishmashed of various pieces, and in these cases, Cazador is insectoid. So this should be fun.
The only bug I won't squish.
Nick.
Hi, I am Nick Thomas. I'm just here to play, have fun, experience a new game system, and share it with everybody. So can experience it as someone who doesn't quite know as much. So looking forward to that. And I will be playing Rowan, who is 33. Rowan is coactive. 33% guilt, 33% fire, and 33% unchecked impulse.
And 100% reason to remember the name.
And last but certainly not least, Ashley.
I'm Ashley or Aid. I like to play games. You've probably seen me around here on Gehenna Gaming. Pretty chill. Tonight I'm gonna be playing Janice. Pronouns they them. They are a cephalus exmorph. They were once two people and now they are one person. And all of the fun things that come with that. They can also read your mind. No worries.
I'm worried.
Nah, no worries. You never have to worry about me playing a character who can read your mind.
Yeah, all of our abilities come with no consequences whatsoever.
Nope.
None.
Nothing.
None.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, me neither, to be honest. All upside.
Awesome. And that leaves me, everyone. I'm Nick Francia. I am the producer and marketing manager here at Gehenna Gaming. I'm a forever GM. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I love GMing. I love it a lot. I love Chronicles of Darkness. Mage the Awakening was my first ever game I ever played, and it has stuck with me since, and I'm a big proponent of this being probably my favorite system. I love Deviant. I've been waiting it for the past 4 years since they announced it, and really excited to get to jump into it again. I ran it over this game first at Onyx PathCon back in 2020, and I was really happy. That game was actually listed on the actual plays to check out list. I think that's fucking awesome. But other than that, let me stop blabbering and let me show you what our deviants have gotten up to in the lost chapter of the Contagion Chronicle. Something near and dear to my heart, where you can actually see the rest of the chapters of the Contagion Chronicle on YouTube right now, including the finale. This is a little bit of a bonus episode, but still important in bridging together the story.
Hey Nick, do you want to explain what a deviant is?
Yes, awesome. Yeah, so a deviant, or as their nickname in this game is the Remade, is essentially a person that has been either tricked unwillingly or sometimes even willingly subjected to these experiments where their mind and their body has been kind of warped beyond comprehension for some, and then sometimes perfect fusions in others. But they remade our heroes of our game, well, they hold a grudge. And the Deviants kind of lose what they are or what they used to be, and really all that's left is this burning anger. And all they want to do and all they want to see is this dismantling of the people that made them the way they are, that took their lives away from them. It is a game about vengeance, about personal revenge, and how that self-destructive nature can destroy you, and, you know, revenge dig two graves. But I think there's a beautiful tale in Deviant, like there's a beautiful tale in all the other games as well. A tale of tragedy, sorrow, but let's see that come to life now, shall we? And honestly, I'm thinking this music maybe a little bit too macabre for what I was thinking. Are we ready to soar back? We're turning back the clock 15 years. That's right, 15 years to 2006, Manhattan Island. Oh yeah. The funky jazz just kind of coming through you, the hip-hop beats, I love it. That's where we kind of start our story today. At a very small, very rinky-dink apartment on Manhattan Island. A dirty room, well, not super dirty room, just like basically like almost like a 2-bedroom apartment that 4 people have been forced to share and make accommodating livings. Of course, living under a fake name and fake residencies by just dropping cash to the owner, not officially living there at all, but still doing so. I know there's a Jeep commercial playing in the music I'm playing, everyone. I apologize for that, but that's the music we're listening to right now. So, as the kind of camera pulls in to show the everyday lives and kind of setting of where Scene 1 will take place today, I'm going to work backwards a bit. Starting with Janice, what does a normal day-to-day routine look like for you?
Well, I think that Janice is generally pretty quiet and shy, because I think a lot of the anger that they hold is very like a subdued kind of boiling rage behind the wall, and like a facade of like just completely fineness. I think they generally try to keep to themselves, obviously, but mainly because of the fact that just existing often means their head is already filled with all of these thoughts from other people. So they kind of try to close themselves off a little bit because they don't need more, what's the word I'm looking for? Stimulus. So I think they often try to, they do like to go out and like be among people, but like alone in a crowd type deal. Maybe like reading in a cafe, or like just sitting watching birds or something. And I think I don't know how much detail you want me to get into here, but you know, they wake up early, they kind of keep to themselves. I think they are friendly enough, obviously, with these other people that they live with, but I think they're more on the reserved side.
No worry. Okay, I totally get that. Do you think that there's like, so do you contribute to the chores of the house per se?
Yeah,
Or just kind of silent. Yeah, just silent.
Yeah,
most of the
just
time?
like they definitely pull their own weight. They are happy to help their, you know, roommates. They're not much of a conversationalist, because they're kind of having their own conversation in their head with you already.
Awesome. All right, Rowan.
So, Rowan, his anger is more penitence. He's very, very focused on that form of penance, of not just that he embodies what he was drawn to that put him in prison, and that drove him to the life that he had. So now he has to resist that temptation constantly. And one of the ways he does that is very regimented. He wakes up early. He's a cleaner in the sense that it's like, if I'm cleaning, I'm not messing things up. He picks up the place. Like if there's any like organizational stuff that they have to do, he's one of the people that's like computing for them if they need it, but that kind of deal. So he's early to morning, early to bed, probably has some kind of breakfast going if need be.
Mm-hmm.
The kind that like knows what mug of what drink to hold outside of what doors. Somebody else usually wakes up. But yeah.
All right, awesome. Abby. Or sorry, Cazador.
Cazador is kind of an odd everything out in regards to the apartment. First off, one of the things that the group knows is that she has amnesia. She doesn't remember large chunks of her life or her existence. She, also has the most obvious, like she has chitinous skin, wings that fold back against her body. And so a lot of the time, Cazador, which is the only name that she has to go by, is nocturnal. So, basically she will go up to the apartment roof when it's dark in the city, or at least as dark as New York ever gets. And if she goes out, she does, show some interest in going out, but it is like coats and bundles and keeping to darker areas. Mostly she'll end up, while seeming emotionally distant at times, she's still interested in things and will, ask everybody else about their day or what they experienced or who they met, because, she's not comfortable going out.
It's a sad existence. Well, not sad. It's not an existence a person should be forced to live. To be living in fear of one's reaction to oneself, or one's thoughts of oneself, or just the general idea of being hunted. And as you kind of like all look around the room, there's this thought of like camaraderie through the outsiders. And I think when the camera settles on Kat, tell us what's going through your head. What's your day looking like?
So Kat is very much this sort of outgoing one of the apartment. She's probably most likely to do like the chores, like getting groceries or, getting the laundry done or whatever, but she always takes forever to do it because she's always talking to everyone else and she's easily distracted. And also she probably rooms with Cazador because she's also nocturnal, because she's one of the only ones who can show her face in public, and is likely to come home stumbling drunk at 3 a.m. And it gets weird because she's like phasing in and out of things sometimes when she's drunk, and she can't hear properly when she's phasing in and out of things. So it gets very awkward at times. But she cares very deeply about everybody else in her apartment, and her rage is very much that of a mean girl. If you look at her funny, she will find a way to fucking destroy you.
Awesome. And these are your roommates. These are the people that you day to day choose to live with. Maybe, because they are your family at the end of the day, but maybe it's because you really don't have anyone else. The number one rule of being a remade is if you're loners die. Going alone, you're gonna find yourself getting put out, snuffed out very quickly. And together, in the shadow of the corporation known as Retora, the people that made you, you have found and made some sort of veil of a normal existence with one another here. some sort of sense of home, not like it used to be, because it used to be bad. It definitely used to be something else, something darker, something you don't think you would want to ever be in. A terrible place. And you've kind of been kind of looking around, though, sat waiting around for the past couple months or so, because the fifth roommate, the, so-and-so leader of your group, Richter, the man who got you all out of there, he's nowhere to be found, or hasn't for the last, 6 months or so. And he'll, you've known him to do this. Sometimes he'll just, he'll just, disappear on and off, but never usually for this long. And that's when, it surprises you when you hear a knock at the door. And you can feel your hope start to rise in your chest.
I'll get it.
I think Janice is just sitting in the corner, in a chair. They probably got their knees up to their chest with a book in their hands, and they just kind of peek over the book to watch.
Cazador steps into out of the line of sight of the door, waits.
Go and I open the door.
Poking his head out from the kitchen.
Kat, who do you hope is at the door?
I mean, obviously Richter, but it would be great if my boyfriend showed up. I have a boyfriend named Sergio.
It is not Sergio, and it's not Richter. It is instead Mr. Lucanus, the landlord of the apartment. This middle-aged Greek man that is kind of, apparently his father owned the apartment and his father's uncle before him, and it's kind of stayed in the family all these years. So it's at this point, what do you do but live in that existence? And he looks at you and goes, "Oh, Kat,
Hi.
Rent?" And he kind of holds out his hand, very nonchalantly. Rent's been scrounging up rent when only a handful of you can actually go out and work, and not wanting to expose yourself, so you mostly have to do odd jobs. You kind of have to struggle from month to month, and you always end up having this conversation with him.
I have to write a check.
No. We discussed this. We cash. You give me cash, and we stay off the books. I can't go cashing checks. What he's like? You know how it is. I need the money, the cash, the first of the month, first day of the month, every month.
Is it the first day of the month currently?
It is actually the second day of the month.
Oh, we're late. Oh no.
Well, hold on. 1 second. I need to check my sheet. Well, I have a resources of 2, and stuff has been good to me this month, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some cash and give it to him, and just kind of here.
He goes in just and the late fee? He grabs the cash out of your hand, counts it in his hands.
It's technically supposed to be 5 days until we have to pay a late fee. I'm just saying.
Maybe at these other fancy places, but you are not one of these fancy places. This is my establishment.
Your place, yes, I know.
Thank you. Do not be late again. Please, I will see you next month.
Okay, bye.
And he rolls up the money.
She slams the door on him.
It's creaky.
Bye.
And then you hear oh, okay, yeah, Janice?
I think once the door is closed, Janice kind of they put their legs down and they kind of reach for their pocket and they grab whatever cash they have in their pocket, which is not very much at all, and they stand up and they walk over to Kat and hand it to her and they say, I'll get more next month. Sorry.
Thanks, babes.
Gives like a very small smile and goes back and sits down.
Wait, which one of you got the money this month so I can make sure?
Is he gone?
Yeah, he's gone. Whatever.
You hear
What?
is that any way to treat an old friend?
I am immediately suspicious. Alright, everybody back into position, I guess.
Janice sits back down in the corner.
Goes and peeks out like the peephole.
It's you see a gentleman. It is not your landlord. Dressed in jeans and like one of those like kind of running jackets, the ones that don't have the long sleeves on them. Wearing sunglasses and a fitted cap. This black gentleman and just this kind of like diamond award-winning smile, and you know it.
Is he cute?
It is, and it's none other. It's Richter, with his
fucking way.
with his messenger badge slung across his arm. But it's not just Richter.
Oh no.
There is a small kind of like hoodie-wearing figure that you can't really tell the details next to them. About like half a Richter size. Actually,
Oh, not a hoodie-wearing figure. Oh no. I turn back to my roommates. Okay, you're not gonna believe who decided to show the fuck up. Finally.
Cat, tell us.
Pull open the door. Ta-da!
A child.
No,
No,
and then Richter pokes in his head. Glad to see you four have been holding down the fort while I've been away. And he kind of just like gently deposits his messenger bag.
You
in the
can't
corner.
hold down a fort, Richter. A fort's not going to float away.
Look. Well, I'm glad for you not leaving and sticking to the plan anyway.
There was a plan?
There's
always a plan.
There's a slight high-pitched whine that is basically like the wings vibrating together.
Oh,
She's excited.
Aw.
And
I
like
love
the
that.
first thing Richter does, give the nearest person, I guess would be Kat, gives you a hug if you allow it.
Oh, she does. It's very clearly like, I am giving you this hug under duress, but she's not very good at faking it.
And then goes from like Rowan, who's sitting down, to Janice, who's sitting down in the corner, and then finally Cazador, who's in the other room. And the one thing you notice about Richter that especially works for you, Cazador, is that Richter never second guesses whether or not he's gonna hug you. He just does it. You know, it doesn't matter what you've become.
There's that pause that's always there because like it's hard to emote with people, but she does wrap her arms around and squeeze. And you were gone a long time.
Yeah, too long. But let's just say I was in real deep cover, and my fruits of my labor were definitely made. And he ushers to the doorway and goes, "It's okay, you can come in." And this small this small figure in a hoodie kind of walks in. Definitely looks like a child, and he goes over and helps this child take off their hoodie and reveals a young girl of kind of long like brunette hair, and you know she's in jeans and a shirt and a hoodie, like you know like normal kid clothing, and like what do they wear, like they're Skechers. But this kid looks only to be like 2006.
They have Heelys.
There you go. Yeah,
Ooh, yeah,
she's
the
wearing
Heelys.
Heelys.
Increased mobility.
Exactly. She's gonna be outrunning pacing you just yet. But she only looks to be about like 7.
Oh, Rowan's face hardens. Like, he was happy and pleased to see Richter arrive, but like already like a bit suspicious when the small figure walks in, and then he reveals that it's an actual child, and Rowan just like immediately, not mad at them, but you can tell who the anger is directed at because it's just you went back into Retora, and they're aiming younger now.
Yeah. And it's kind of, you see the smile and the jovialness drop off his face. We got a lot to talk about. And he kind of goes and double locks the door.
Okay, just before anyone says anything, she's living here, she's paying rent.
I can I read this girl's mind?
Yeah. Oh, I've never had someone try to do that before. Well, this will be interesting. Yeah,
I'm a little alarmed that you said try to do that, but
Oh yeah, you're gonna do
okay.
telepathy. All right, cool.
Yeah,
so
telepathy.
So in doing so, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna invoke your. The way how Deviant works for everyone at home is that you invoke your skill, and every skill has a cost. There's a variation, and every variation has a scar. And what is the, just for the people at home, what is your scar for telepathy, Janice?
Is it this sensory deprivation?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, this is the first time I'm playing this game too, so it says when using this ability you can't, I'm assuming you meant can't, hear, see, taste, or smell anything nearby and are treated as having the deaf and blinded condition. So I imagine when they use it, they get this kind of like blank, glazed over like expression on their face because they can't see anything. They're probably just kind of staring at this little girl.
And you can ask up to a number of questions equal to your intelligence, which is 4. So what are your 4 questions, as you're just getting a shitload of static from her?
Yeah, I think, I mean, I don't, depending on what the answer to these questions are, we'll see if I actually want all of them, but mainly like, why are they here? Which I'm sure, you know, Richter's going to answer all these questions, but sometimes it's easier to tell if someone's lying if you're just reading their mind. So like, why are they here?
All right, so we'll just answer on a one-by-one basis.
Yeah.
So why are you here? You get a kind of vision of their mind as they like, as you see Richter. And you got the idea because Richter brought me here, and you can hear like explosions, you can hear booms, you can hear patrol cars, helicopters above, and you can hear running, and you get the almost like the POV sight of you're staring at Richter, who's grabbing your hand and kind of running ahead, going, "Don't stop, don't stop."
Cool. Next question. What is your name?
Oh, that's easy. It's Kristen.
Sorry, what was it?
Kristen.
Kristen. Okay.
Yeah, Krsten.
Okay. This is kind of a retroactive question from before. Did she, when she came in, did she seem like scared or like nervous or?
She was just like dead silent.
Okay. Then I think Janice is gonna trust that Richter is gonna explain everything else.
All right, so you're gonna drop the telepathy.
Yeah.
And as you do so, something that you can notice happen that hasn't happened for you before, you're actually bleeding from your nose.
I do love a good nosebleed in a game, so I think Janice kind of blanks when they come out of the telepathy, and they kind of like furrow their brows and they raise their hand to wipe the blood. But they're otherwise quiet.
Yeah, that's not a normal occurrence for you, and probably the people around you might be able to see that as well.
Come on, Janice. Secrets are no fun.
Richter, you can explain it, I'm sure.
Richter kind of crosses his arms and taking out of his bag He takes out a manila folder, the classic one with like just a few papers here and there, and he throws it on. And on it, you can see there are two separate kind of documents. One describes something known as Project Contagion, and the other says Project Eve.
What are they trying to do now?
They're trying to make an Evangelion reference, clearly.
If only I wish it were that media savvier based. I don't really know about this Project Contagion. Just, it seems that they believe they found this, I guess, like an otherworld entity. I don't know, it seems kind of really far-fetched, but then again, so are we. And whatever it is, whatever this other thing is, they're trying to make contact with it, like, and physically use it.
Cazador will reach for the paperwork and just start thumbing through. Mostly looking for the names of her family.
Okay, so specifically you're looking for your...
She's trying to see if her mother or brother are attached to this in any way.
Oh yeah, you definitely... specifically, you see Dr. Boyle as your mom as one of the various scientists that's attached to it. York is not really listed, but like York's also remade as well as you, so probably wouldn't be. The other name that you recognize as well, the other two names is you recognize Dr. Summers. You would all know who that is, being the one who actually remade all of you. And then Henry, who was Dr. Summers' right-hand man.
Ugh.
An assistant. Look, whatever they got going on there, they're trying to weaponize it. And I guess the way that things work is that you need... It's not like it's not like you can harness bullets to fire in a gun. You need a living person to channel this contagion, I guess.
A host.
Okay. Yeah, Rowan, you go first.
No, I'm just a host.
Ah.
Essentially, yes.
So not to, like, be the one who's pointing out the pink elephant in the room, but what are we doing with this 7-year-old child?
Meet. And that's Kristen, and he thumbs over to the other page, the Project Eve. Project Eve was established in order to find a host.
Okay, so you brought the contagion host into our apartment.
She doesn't have the contagion. They didn't get that far. But I knew if I would have left her, that would have been the inevitability. So I took her.
Good.
Agreed.
It's bad enough.
What the fucking do? Now we have a 7-year-old child. Where are we going to send her to school?
I don't know.
I don't know what to feed children.
Look, Kat, don't worry. I'll take care of it, all right? I've always taken care of us before.
Okay, if you're saying she's one of us, that's fine. I haven't been to the baby gap in years.
We'll make it work, Kat.
Not only I think she's one of us, I think she's like the 2.0 of us.
Oh, gross.
Is that good?
No
or
offense,
bad?
Kristen.
Rowan's going to come off the couch and kind of sink down a reasonable distance away, not to like get in the kid's face, but to sink down, hands on his knees, and kind of get on eye level with her. Kind of see how she's reacting to him, see how she's reacting to the group.
She's very nervous and very scared, but I don't know. You get that that's not because of the four of you. You get that's probably because of the situation.
He's going to hold one of his hands up, and one of my variations does not have a scar listed. So he is going to use bioluminescence to kind of cause a mote of light to rise from his palm between them and kind of like
That's so cute.
get her attention and kind of smile at her like, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me socialize, plus your presence, and go ahead and add an extra dot for doing this. Extra die for doing this.
Cute.
All right, we got 10, 9, 8, so 3 successes.
Awesome. Her eyes follow it like it's the 4th of July and she's looking at a fireworks show.
Do you need to re-roll the 10?
Do they explode in this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. 4. Thank you. No, I know. So if she... Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no. She is looking at it and she doesn't like smile per se, but you can tell she eases up a bit. As she realizes probably the safest she's gonna feel for a while.
I think Janice kind of looks between Kat and Richter and just says quietly, "She'll be okay with us."
Et tu, Brute? Brutai?
It's the right thing to do, but Kat's not wrong. They'll come looking harder.
How the fuck do you
than ever.
decline Brutus when there's 2 people and 1 person?
Don't worry about it.
I mean, Latin's complicated.
Look, think of it this way: if Kristen is really so important to them, isn't it just a nice fuck you to keep her safe?
I don't know how safe we're going to be able to keep her in.
Exactly, and look, we know how many remades came before us, like failed experiments. How many do you think came before her?
Well, all of us for starters.
But I mean failed versions of her. The fact that they're kidnapping kids.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
It's what they'll do.
If we need to move her, I do have somewhere harder to find.
That's actually why I came to you today.
Does it charge less rent?
I think it's time we fled the city.
Oh, you said fled. I'm like, flood the city? That's not something within our capability. I mean, we could, but like, fled. Sorry, continue.
Well, I was out on my patrols. I got looking with a group. Another group that's sympathetic to our cause and really help out and understands what Ritora is doing. They have a small establishment that's kind of in upper New York and the more the countryside area. And I think if we can
Hamptons.
if we can get Kristen there, I think she'll be safe there. And I think we'll be safe there too, and we can plan our next move.
And we just paid rent for the month. Well, Kat did.
I just paid rent for the month. Thank you. You owe me.
Are you sure we can trust these people?
I think at this point, the fact stands. What Cazador and Kat said is right. They're gonna come after us. And the reason we came to this place in the first place was to get a read on Ritora. So we're basically in their nest. And I'm not sure how long we have here before things go shit side up,
I can't believe you cucked Ritora, Richter.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I know.
Thank you. So yes, let's figure out what we're going to do in regards to what we're taking when we're leaving. Get it done. Because you're right. If she's this important, I don't know how much time we have.
And if we're bringing the fight to us by having her with us, I'd rather there be a larger us.
I'm just excited to go to the Hamptons, personally.
I have a question for all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Who's standing the farthest in the living room? Probably closest to the window.
Ooh, not near the window.
Then I guess Janice maybe or they're kind of in the corner. If there's a window by there.
Richter is like continuing to talk to me, and he's like, so kind of giving you over the coordinates to. I think he would give it over to Rowan. He's like, this is where we're have to go. It's right outside. We could just take the van, and you see he looks at Janice, and his eyes go wide for a second, and suddenly he's on top of you, Janice, as you hear a bullet cascading through the window and impacting the wall. As Richter yells, "Get down!"
Hey, I'm gonna use my variation that allows me to phase in and out of things.
Mhm.
I do go deaf when I use it, but I am now going to be intangible.
Awesome. So what are you? So are you trying to? Because it's not like a full thing you can do for the fake. Because you are going to take a point of bashing damage. Are you just trying to phase into the next room? Are you just putting up your defense for now, or?
I'm just putting up my defense.
Okay, cool. Yeah. You do watch as if you're standing up and just not caring. You watch as your as the glass you're holding explode in your hand, but the bullets just pass through you like it's nothing. I'm assuming the rest of you drop to the floor though.
Yeah.
I'm already down. Thanks.
Rowan's fairly used to dropping when he hears gunshots.
Yeah. I imagine that when Kat uses her variation, it's basically she is deafened because of tinnitus, because essentially what she's getting is like static in her ears.
The hum of the drum.
She basically turns into a human variation of static.
Okay,
So.
cool. Yeah, so that's what's happening right now, and Victor's like screaming at you. He's like, shit, they already found us, and you can hear. Actually, everyone, give me a. Let me see what the roll would be for that specifically. Go ahead and give me intelligence plus wits, or not intelligence plus wits, investigation plus wits.
All right, what are we rolling for?
We're rolling to. Oh, to hear. So I guess Kat, you would not be.
Kat is not rolling to hear. Kat is just sitting there going, "Ree."
I have a question.
Yeah.
In this game, is perception like a type of roll, a specific type of roll, or just like a? Okay.
So perception is usually wits plus investigation.
Okay, is that what this is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I get take 8 again, which I don't know what that means.
Okay, so 8 rolls.
It means it explodes like a 10.
Oh, okay.
You do have hyper-vigilance, right? 3 successes? Awesome.
Yeah.
I believe 8 again means both 8 and 9. 8, 9s, and 10s explode, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Because you took the trained observer merit.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I got 3.
3 successes?
Yeah, Cazador was at a chance roll and did not succeed.
Oof. Alright, so Rowan and Janice, you both hear you hear two separate things depending on where you're in the room. Rowan, you hear the boots or sets of boots or multiple sets of boots starting to run up the stairs from down below. And Janice, you hear the of the helicopter overhead.
So this building is burned, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So, and there's people inside? I'm sorry. There's enemies inside.
Yes, and Richter reaches into his bag and he pulls out one of those like rifles that you fold out, and he kind of, looks at you. He's like, "Do whatever you have to do, and just take her and get her out of here."
First, he's going to use pyrokinesis to generate fire on his fist and hold it up to the smoke detector to set it off.
Nice.
And the and you hear the sprinkler start to come on within the building. I don't believe there wouldn't be a sprinkler system specifically in your room. But like in the
But
hallway.
he's hoping to set it off like for the building.
Yeah,
like...
no, it definitely, you hear the and then just it heats up enough that just like you hear the blaring of the alarm.
Points Janice points up.
Yeah,
Like,
Cazador.
sorry.
Yeah, no, Cazador basically like leans down to Kristen and is like, "I'm sorry, there will be more pieces of me in a second, but I can keep you safe. Come on."
And she goes into your arm, and there is like your exit, the way that it's looking, is there is a fire escape, or you could try to go through the building. It's up to you.
Okay, I think Janice is gonna say they have a helicopter too, and is kind of clearly looking to the others because they do not feel very useful in a combat situation. But they're gonna try to stick close to Cazador and Kristen as well, just to do what they can.
Window or hallway. I'm setting this room's gonna burn as soon as it's clear.
They're going to shoot at us in either direction. I say out and down. If we can get to the van, we can get to the van, and I can fly at the helicopter if you want.
Do we have a way to go at the pilot?
I mean, I can hurt people in lots of ways.
Victor kicks open the door, and he kind of takes point at the stairs, hearing the rushing. Just whatever you do, just decide to do it now.
Kat is going to start phasing through the wall towards the fire escape.
Okay. And are you doing it so you like... And so, yeah, you just... It's an interesting thing. You've all seen it before. Kat, do you kind of do the whole arms outstretched and just... Boom, like shadow cat your way through?
Yeah, basically you see her put both of her hands on the wall and start pushing. And then she just sort of like pushes her way through the wall. And it's very weird because it looks like Cat, except it's Cat made out of TV static. And she just sort of fades through the wall.
And one of the creepiest things that kind of happens with your power, Cat, is that when your eyes pass through and phase through something, it is like complete darkness. Not necessarily like your eyes are closed, but just like nothing's there. But you do phase out, though. And phase onto the fire escape. Where you can now properly hear the...
Oh, she can't hear anything. She is just phasing straight down.
Okay. Alright, so you're gonna try to make a jump down, basically?
More or less, yeah.
Alright, it is a very tall building, so I'm gonna have you roll for that. Before we do that,
I think it's athletics. I'm gonna check my stuff. Continue. I'm sorry.
Okay, no worries. I just want... What is everyone else doing?
I'm gonna head towards the fire escape too. But, more mundanely walking down it. Or maybe, running down it, but...
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cazador's coming out and basically sort of body blocking with the carapace in case there's more bullets. But trying to do the walking thing first. Flight is a backup.
Once the room is clear except for Rowan, this couch is lit. That couch is lit. The carpet's lit. The curtain's lit. And out the window.
We're all lit.
Before you go out the window, because you are just lighting this place on fire,
I will activate my immunity.
No worries. And it's feeling nice. It feels great to get some aggression out, doesn't it?
Oh no. Yeah, it does.
You overdo it a little bit. It goes up a plate. And you kind of look backward. And Richter makes your eye for a second as you go out the window. And kind of nods and goes, "Take care of them, Rowan. I'll meet you outside the city."
He's trying not to smile.
All right, and you just hear gunshots as you leave Richter behind, and Richter starts trading gunfire with the Ritora soldiers.
So, Nick.
Yes.
Luckily for me, with this incredibly stupid plan that I have done, Kat has an athletics of 2 with a specialty in climbing. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to use the wall as an elevator. Right? So I'm in the wall, going down.
Okay. And then are you gonna stop yourself by phasing back into the wall? Is that the idea, or?
I mean, the idea is to use my climbing skill so that, like, once basically to stop myself.
Okay.
Because I have athletics.
Awesome.
So.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me athletics plus dexterity.
Okay. Essentially, what you're seeing is she has one arm in the wall, and the rest of her outside just going down. This is a fun power. I like this power. I get an extra die for having a specialty, right?
Yes. And I'll give you an extra die because you're still using the phasing. You're gonna take another point of bashing damage to keep it on the all the way down, but you'll get the extra bonus with it.
Okay, cool. So I am rolling. Dex is 3, athletics is 2. So that's 5 plus 1 plus 2 extra, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 7 die. Let's do it. 2 successes.
Awesome. You are able to, with minimum effort, not to hurt yourself, you manage to plop yourself rather unceremoniously onto the ground. It's a little bit of a rough landing, but nothing too bad that can be equated in your sheet. And then soon you kind of see the rest of them starting to make their way down. You do look, and you're the first to see the helicopter start to move around, and you can see mounted on the helicopter is a gun.
Oh, I make a fucking run for the van.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a getaway driver thing here. I have no idea if I have drive on my sheet. I do not. Anybody have drive on their sheet?
Nope.
Oh,
Nick, none of us have drive.
I think one of you has drive, I believe.
I mean, I could have drive.
Oh, same!
If I wanted to.
Good point!
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Amalgam, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah!
that because
No, one of my me's knows how to
Cat's
drive.
That's because Lash has drive. Lash has drive. No
one picked Flash. Whoops. That's okay. It's fine.
It happens.
You work for what you got.
Yeah, so the gunner is taking aim. Kat, they don't seem like they're aiming at you because you're not on the fire escape. But the rest of them, it's going to take aim in the next round. It's going to start spraying in the next round.
I'm booking it for the van to make sure it's out front.
Awesome.
Are we in initiative?
We're like in a rough initiative where it's you guys and them. Like it's just an action sequence.
Okay,
Stuff is happening.
Do we see the rest? Do the rest of us see it taking aim?
You do see it swooping around.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm going to send a cutting lash depending on what you do.
Yeah, no. Kazdor will, basically look at Kristen, look at, Janice or Rowan, whichever one is closest. It's like, go with them. And the wings, unfurl, and she just shoots off the fire escape into the sky.
I'll take Kristen's hand, or, scoop an arm around her to start directing. I do have a real quick question. For Body Snatcher, not that I want to use that right now, but it says you choose a target in range. What is the range?
Range is just eyesight.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, good to know. Anyways, and then I'm continuing to run down.
So you're just pulling around. Yeah, Kristen is booking it, but she's 7 years old. She's running as fast as she can.
And her little legs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like, Janice prepares to, if they have to use their telekinesis to protect them and Kristen, then they will, but
running down the stairs.
Not.
All right, Kazador and Rowan, you're causing the attack.
Rowan's gonna go with fire around the other way with the searing lash, or sorry, cutting lash.
Okay, awesome. So you're just gonna like let that loose. Yeah. So you just like kind of conjuring the. So you're just like sending like a fireball, right?
Yeah, just a arc of fire, trying to go like get into, because they got to have an open door for the gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's trying to make sure that stays clear, even if he misses. Just like make people don't want to be there.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity plus your lash.
Okay.
So your level of the lash.
It says. Okay, so it says dexterity plus athletics. Is it dexterity athletics or
no, dexterity athletics. Yes. My apologies.
Okay. I like the lash roll better because I only have 4 for this.
I'm gonna say go ahead and roll dexterity plus your lash. I think that.
Okay.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, I'm fine either way. I'm gonna swing for it. Is 7 a success or no?
No, it's 8, 9s.
No. Okay. So I have 2 explosions and then null. So 2. 2
successes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cazador, what are you doing just so because everything's happening at once?
Sure. Cazador's actually beelining for the helicopter, either to just basically harry its ability to target, or honestly cause damage up there.
All right. Do you want to attack with your stinger, or are you just like taking?
Yeah, no. If she's in range, she'll absolutely go for the stinger.
Go ahead and roll me strength plus weaponry.
Sure.
Yes.
You're gonna -1 for the target's defenses, because you're trying to attack the dude more, or are you trying to attack the gun?
Huh? Yeah, no, she's legit. She knows it'll try to follow, so she's actually going for the pilot.
All right, awesome. So yeah, if you're going for the pilot, it's a little bit tougher, so you're gonna -2 for that.
Okay. Let me see. We got to get escaped. Let me see. I'm actually going to spend a willpower to get the +3.
Awesome.
Cool.
And Kat, you're just like booking it for
Hell
the
yeah.
the
Yep.
van.
Okay, so I have 3 zeros. Let's see if that improves. Another 0. Come here.
Get the exceptional. Get the exceptional.
I have 7 successes.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Exceptional success. Awesome. So
Better than exceptional.
here's what happened. Janice gets to the bottom. Y'all are running. The gun begins to kind of take aim, and you hear you know how like a minigun, it doesn't immediately start firing. It has to start to.
I saw
rotate.
The Matrix
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking
It goes
about.
and starts spinning, and then all of a sudden you see Cazador just come through and breaking through the kind of bit of the cockpit, just shattering through it, and then just stabbing into the pilot with her stinger.
Yeah, it's just horrifying. There's a woman like clasping the front of the helicopter. The stinger comes out around the back and just stabs straight through the glass at him.
Yeah, and
It's
like
fucking disgusting. I
badass.
love it.
it deals
Yeah.
poison and immobilize, but because you're exceptional, you just straight up you kill this guy. Basically, like you can feel the poison working through and literally eating away its flesh. As you can smell the burning and toxicity of the flesh in your nostrils, or whatever resembling as nostrils on your more bug-like form. And it starts to spin, but doesn't get to spin for long, as Rowan's fireball just smashes into it, and it begins to light a blaze. And as you're flying away, Cazador, you feel go ahead and give me dexterity plus your flight skill, or your
Sorry.
flight variation, because this thing's about to blow up.
Sure.
And you can give me
Athletics is aerial tactics.
awesome. Give me another 1 for your bonus, your specialty.
Please excuse me while I'm like eagerly drinking soup
It's
as this
fine.
happens. Like,
Go do it.
yes.
I love that.
Five.
5 successes?
Yes.
Yeah, you are like a pilot at the Blitz. You know, you're just like vroom, vroom, you just soar out, and you don't look at explosions because cool bugs don't look at explosions. As
Bugs never look at explosions.
as the what's it called? The
As
helicopter.
the bar.
collides with the side. No, you're fine. The side of the building and just explodes, taking what was originally your apartment with it.
And we just
I
paid
don't need
rent
it.
on that too.
Well, now that can cover our security deposit
There we go.
that we're absolutely not getting back.
I mean, if the building's insured.
You
we kind of did him a favor.
I knew that was coming.
you kind of
We're not gonna find any accelerant.
you gotta run out, and like Kat, you get to the van, which is this just like shoddy like SUV that y'all managed to take. You stole. No one bought this.
Yeah,
Jill
I'll
stole
be.
it. So Kat is driving as everyone piles into it, and you can see running out of the burning building, and there's like sandals, shorts, and like, you know, white tank top is your landlord.
Sorry, bud.
And like he
Sorry, bud,
locked
yeah.
eyes with you, and looks like he's like, "Did you do this? Was it you?"
Like, Catboard's gonna actually buzz him as she comes in.
Yeah, you like buzz, and he just like he like knocks over, and he goes, "My."
I'm gonna pass the wheel over to Janice as soon as we.
Ah, yes. I've got this, friends. Don't
Two
worry.
drivers are better than one.
2 drivers, 1 car. 2 drivers, 1 car.
Definitely one of us who knows how to drive.
You're just arguing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
No, as we pull out, Kat just goes.
and you know, Kazor knocks him over on the way in, and he's just
Yeah.
like, "Oh!" And then turns and sees like the fire. It's like, no.
I mean, the roaches in New York, am I right?
Yeah.
Eh.
But rent, and you hear him screaming about rent.
We already
as you
paid
leave.
rent.
We paid.
Yeah. So you're driving. Go ahead and
Yeah.
I'll tell you when you can give me a drives check. But not
Okay. I do have a question.
yet. Yes.
So, for Amalgam, it says once per chapter you have an expendable pool of 4 skill dots that you can expend, blah 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 blah, for the length of 1 scene. So is it like I have 4 skill dots, and then for 1 scene I could have like say 2 drive, and then for another scene I could have like 2
Exactly.
something else,
So it's
and then that's it.
the chapter is the one shot.
Yeah.
So you have 4 skill dies you can,
Okay,
you can
cool.
go across scenes. So they do fade at the end of a scene now.
Yep.
Alright, so that's why you don't really need to activate right now. You do begin to drive out. You look at the coordinates that Rowan, now that you're in. So I'm guessing it's Kat in the passenger, Janice driving, Kazor and Rowan in the back.
Rowan
And
passes
And
the
with Kristen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kristen is just sort of sandwiched between the 2 of them.
Beautiful.
Rowan's gonna pass the coordinates up to the co-pilot.
All right, so you're gonna take a left here. No, your other left.
And you can see it's pretty much roughly outside of Manhattan. But the big always news is like, how do you? It's like, okay, you just got to get out of Manhattan, which is easier said than done. And as you're driving up, you can see one of the billboards light up. It's one of like the electronic ones. It goes, "Breaking news report: terrorist attack in Lower Manhattan has caused major distress across the city of New York. The mayor has immediately ordered from the company." Is immediately ordering the immediate closure of Manhattan, closing down all 21 bridges and 15 tunnels in it until they can investigate and properly assess the damages.
Go to the Triborough Bridge. It's the least likely one to be policed.
So there is basically a timer going down now where you can tell, and you can easily tell this is Ritora's doing. It seems like they are well and are going to shut down the whole city to keep you in here.
Kat just sort of scoffs and goes, "Ugh, security theater."
So what bridge are you telling? So you want to go to a bridge? What bridge are you telling them to go to?
I was suggesting going to Triborough Bridge because, like, it's a main highway, but it's not, like, one of the big famous bridges.
All right, cool.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, we're
I
going
don't
to
know, out of character,
we're
but
go-
I think Janice has this very like concentrated look on their face, and they just give like a nod and they start driving.
Yeah, that's what
in
it
that
links.
direction.
It links it to Queens and Bronx. That's what I got it. Awesome, cool. So you begin making the way for the bridge. Now, Janice, how are you driving? Are you like a bat out of hell? Are you keeping the law?
No, I think so. We're in New York, So quickly and with purpose, but not so much as to draw attention to ourselves, hopefully.
Okay.
As aggressive as everybody else.
Yes.
You were just like, yep, you're like, nothing to see here, nothing to do here. We're having a good old time, don't you
Yeah.
think?
You know, we've got a birthday party to get to. We don't want to get trapped. You know,
We have a child who needs to get to a bounce house.
it's very important.
Very important.
And Cazador, this is like probably one of the first times you're seeing the city during the day, right?
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
How does this feel like to you? Like just looking outside everything?
I mean, it's not her first time just being out because
Mhm.
she had that, in the parts of her past she remembers, but like the excitement, the excited whine from the wings vibrating is back again. She's sort of just watching the horizon, and there's a feeling that the car is too slow. I could do this myself, but I don't want to leave these people behind. Like, I could run better and faster myself, but I'm going to be in the car.
Awesome. And as you kind of like are slowly driving through, you're thinking to yourself, okay, like all of you're feeling tense up. You just escaped a pretty big near-death situation, and the person you're kind of thinking of at the end is like, well, shit, I hope Richter got out.
Also, did anyone grab the files?
I don't think anyone did.
Nope. Too
Excellent.
worried about, well, at least, if anything, they're burnt to a crisp now.
Yeah, that's the important part.
So no one's gonna find them.
And Kristen actually like looks to you and kind of cuddles closer to both of you, kind of pulling you in closer together. And you can tell she's like shaking right now.
Is she in the back or is she in the front?
She's in the back.
She's in the back.
She's in the back. Okay.
He's with us.
Yeah, between the bug and the Human Torch. Let's go. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that literally.
Cute. I love that.
It's
She,
fine.
she's coming.
She.
They're gonna bring her here.
Who is she?
It's how they can find me.
Who?
Eve.
What can you tell us about Eve so we know how to keep you safe?
She's doing what I was supposed to be doing.
Oh, they got another one. Great.
Then why do they still need you?
Because they need as many kids as they can.
How do you spread a contagion? You get a patient 0.
They don't need any of them. They want them.
She's like me, but not. Well, that was spooky. My lighting just changed.
But not color change.
Orange.
Yeah, but not the nice little pink and purple I had. Okay, cool. I can feel her when she's close. She scares me. She used to scare me a lot.
We'll keep you safe. Janice is kind of speaking through like gritted teeth as they're trying to concentrate. And they want to ask so many more questions, but they cannot read Kristen's mind at the moment.
No.
Bad.
Kristen, do you know what Cazador means? Do you know Spanish?
Hunter?
It does. We will do our best. You are with strong people, and I am a hunter.
You smell like him, but you're not mean like him.
She stiffens at that.
Kat sort of turns and gives her this little wink and goes, "It's rude to tell people that they smell, Kristen."
He helps the bad man out.
And there's... It looks like Cazador's going to say something, and then, like, it's sort of like she shuts down and just looks out the window.
What's going through your head, Cazador?
That this has got to be her brother they're talking about, and that tells her the sort of force that they're bringing, and it's, you know, she tries to get ready for things that she knows she can do, and the sort of force that a hunter against them would be.
Well, I can't have my teammates shutting down right now. This is not a good time for that. So I would like to roll persuasion / presence, because I have a specialty in distraction.
So you're just gonna like do like a comedy routine, like in the like just impromptu, like karaoke?
No, not comedy routine. She's gonna full on talk about the Hamptons and like how many celebrities live there, and maybe we'll get to go to like a cool historic estate. And aren't you excited to see all of these, you know, amazing places? And like, I will totally just talk our way into like one of the really cool restaurants, and we can just have a nice time. She's gonna just go off like that for several minutes.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Because, like, if there's one thing she's really good at, it's morale. Which is weird, because she has ghost disease. But,
I was about to say, fatalism can create very interesting people.
oh, it's true. I have a presence of 3 and a persuasion of 4, so that's 7 plus 1 more, which is 8. So just give me 1 second while I set up 8 dice to roll.
No problem.
While the dice are coming up, do we have any kind of phones on us? Do we have like burners?
It's 2006, so like you would have flip phones, yeah.
Flip phones, like
5 successes.
Awesome. You are, Kazor. You can feel your mind kind of coming back to you a little bit as the story seems to. It really starts to help you out, and it starts to kind of lighten you up a little bit.
And like Cazador, you know, like there's gonna be, because we're totally going into the Alleghenies, so like there's gonna be so much space for you to fly around, and like, okay, so there's vineyards up there, right? You could just go and steal us some wine, and we'll go to one of the resorts, and we'll have a nice time. And I guess you could steal some grape juice for Kristen. I don't think she's old enough.
It sounds better than the apartment.
It does, doesn't
Oh,
it?
it's better than the apartment now, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
sorry.
Rowan, we could do a bonfire. It'll be great.
While the distraction is running, Rowan's going to open the Excel program on his flip phone to send text.
I understood that reference.
He is going to, I believe, reach out to one of his convictions, Saeed, who I believe is tied to his 2 points in contacts for his criminal contacts who will help in dire situations.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to request if anyone has a current out from Manhattan, or if anyone has like eyes on what bridges are already closed, or just kind of like get us a perhaps not so reputable route off the island?
He would tell you that they're closing a lot of the smaller bridges and tunnels first.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of going like in a rotation around the island. But just from his general knowledge, it looks like the bigger bridges and bigger tunnels will be harder to close, but they're setting up checkpoints fast. So even if the bridges aren't closed, there's going to be checkpoints probably.
Alright. We better get ready because there's already checkpoints on the big bridges. They're not closing first. They're closing the small ones first, but the big bridges and the big tunnels are going to have. They already have stations set up.
I mean, how are we gonna hide? How are we gonna do that?
Leave it to me.
I was going to say I don't do the head stuff. I just.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Are you still
We'll
going
handle
to
it.
the bridge you were going to before? Or...
The Triborough Bridge.
Yeah, the Triborough Bridge.
I think so, yeah.
All right, and you begin and you kind of pull up to it. It's a little bit more narrow than like some of your other bridges, like in terms of like the entrance to get on. It's about a couple lanes, but it is packed to the brim. And there is a visible checkpoint you see of various kind of like looks like armed soldiers, but you know those aren't army. You know the very familiar.
They pull out the big guns for us. How nice.
Specifically, one that you see that that you would recognize, Janice. Would it be Janice that recognizes? No, it would be Ash that recognizes this person.
Which is Cat. Hello.
Yes, Cat. Sorry. Cat, you recognize a gentleman that you have had that you briefly had an acquaintance with back in Ritora's facility, who you would call a major asshole. As you see Skylar,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
dressed with that same grin on his face, same shaggy kind of like red hair. And he's at the checkpoint, and he's checking people.
Oh, good.
And next to him, you do see another gentleman who seems to be a little more ganglier, almost inhuman-like, and is wearing a kind of like one of those like those rabbit like splicer masks from BioShock, like that kind of style. And Kazador, you would recognize that person as you see York. And Skylar seems to be having a good time. He's got a gun in hand and everything. But York's looking more intent.
They have Remade with them.
Someone I know.
Same.
Can you handle this? Is there something?
I
should
have
we
an
turn around.
I have an idea. It's a stupid idea, but it's an idea I have.
Okay.
Make sure. Okay, you see that guy there with the shaggy red hair?
Yep.
Go to his checkpoint.
You sure?
And
you pull up, and it's just
Yeah.
I roll.
Yep.
I roll down my window.
You are 5
Janice-
cars away.
Oh well, when we get to the checkpoint, I'll roll down my window.
Tell me there's a plan before we get there.
Yeah. What's the?
I
what's
have
the-
Okay, so here's the plan. I'm gonna talk to the guy at the checkpoint. I'm gonna do something stupid that doesn't involve me leaving the car. When I tell you to step on it, step on it.
You're 4 cars away.
Step on it into a full line of traffic?
Well, I assume the traffic is slightly cleared up after the
Yeah.
checkpoint.
Okay, cool.
I'll do my best.
3 cars away.
All right, just everyone be cool.
Do we have like a blanket back here or anything? Sorry.
I was just gonna say, Kristen, here, she'll take off her jacket and pass it back. Put this over Kristen's head and get Kristen down on the floor.
2 cars away.
Okay. Kat takes a mint out of her pocket, unwraps it, and puts it in her mouth.
1 car away.
Oh god, the tension just.
This is fine, and Janice has got, like, you can see them, like, they have this, like, death grip on the wheel, but then as they approach, they, like,
Oh,
let
Janice,
go.
don't
and,
open, don't open your window. Send them around to my side.
Okay.
I roll down my window.
You see as Skylar comes around, and there's like a moment for a second where his eyes lock on you, and like the hint of recognizing you comes through.
Hey, babe. She reaches out to gently touch him on the face.
And he like smiles for a second. As you can see, he doesn't like stop you as he sees, and you see he goes for something on his hip.
So she grabs his face in her hands and immediately pulls him in for a kiss.
He's caught off guard, but he'll take it.
Okay. She bites his tongue and yells, "Now."
And then, I guess at that,
Give me a dexterity plus
Janice
drive,
will-
please.
And when you're
Okay.
gonna walk out of there with like a tongue meat taco in your mouth, like
now, just to double check. So because this is COD, we just need 1 success, right, in order for it to be, like,
Correct.
Yes.
a success.
Yeah, a success.
Okay, well, I'll just give myself drive too, as Janice
Hooray.
kind of.
But if you're able to do an exceptional one at 5, it really does help you out.
Yeah.
As Janice kind of. It's like the opposite of what they usually do. Usually they're very calculated and like think about what they do a lot, but this time it just go with the instincts, tap into something that's there. And you said dexterity plus drive, right?
Yes.
Plus, if you want to do that willpower trick.
Yeah, you can spend it willpower and add
yeah.
3 die.
I will. Is there what happens if I run out of willpower? Is
You,
like
you
is
gotta
that bad?
regain it. You can't use it, and like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure it's not like you go catatonic and now.
No. That
Okay,
comes later.
cool. All right, so let's see.
Nick your face on that one.
It's like, well, Kat has established being that person in the cohort.
Okay, well, I got 3 successes.
You
I
take
tried
off.
very hard.
You take off and you just slam your foot on the accelerator, and you only Kat can hear the slight squelching and ripping sound as you can taste coppery blood splash in your mouth.
Do I get his whole tongue, or do I just get a piece of
You
it?
just get a piece of it.
That's fine.
As you hear shouting, "That fucking bitch!" And you see guns begin to load up, and he begins to spray and fire at your car. You see York immediately turn around, and just like something that only you can hear, Cazador, you hear York scream, "Cazador!" And he starts, he gets down low on the ground and begins running on all 4s at you.
Gross.
Who's in the back? Rowan? What is your defense?
my defense is 2.
Meanwhile, Kat's just up front going,
Oh, God. Blood down her chin.
Wrong game.
Oh boy. Go ahead and you're gonna take 2 lethal, as the bullets are, they're not just your mundane bullets. They spray and they graze you across the shoulder as they start to ricochet in the car and like break windows.
Presents, Kyle. Presents.
And the glass starts to rain down on everyone in the back. Cazador, you're also going to take a point of lethal as it cuts into you, the glass. Crystal, on the other hand, is protected because she has the blanket over her from the glass.
Yay.
Does the armor mitigate any of that?
Oh yes, it would. If you have armor, you don't take any damage.
Got it. Cool.
You hear a very gratuitous, terribly edited cursing.
Be ready to fire. Basically ignoring his cursing completely. Rowan, be ready to fire backward. and looks to see if she needs to, like, how fast is he gaining on us?
Oh, York is coming in hot, and you can see as he's running, you can see bits of his clothes start tearing as a second set of arms pop out, a third set, a fourth set, and his body begins to elongate in this centipede-like creature as he's just scurrying up the like across the bridges you start to go across, and you can hear the other bits of men riding. You hear choppers coming in inbound.
You said the grill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the cursing kind of fades to a low chuckle as he kicks the burner on. He's gonna roast some bug meat.
You're just gonna shoot it right out the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know if you were opening the door and leaning out, or you just going through the damage back.
Well, since the back windshield basically
Yeah,
shattered.
the back windshield's
Yeah.
like bashed out, and like this guy's coming straight for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just like reaching up and over so he doesn't have to expose himself to gunfire.
Janice, give me a dexterity plus drive. If you're able to keep the car straight, you will negate any penalties that Rowan will take trying to.
Teamwork.
Yeah, remember you still have that 2 to drive.
It's still the same
Yep.
scene.
Okay. That's 2 successes.
Yay!
All right, you keep it straight, Rowan. Go ahead and make a cutting lash. You're gonna take -3 for his defense.
Okay. So dexterity athletics. What?
Hold on. Before you do that, I would like to use my gentle lash in order to impose a tilt on him so that Rowan does not take penalties.
Okay, awesome. If that's all right with you, yeah, we could definitely do that. Go ahead and roll me dexterity plus firearms. You can do -3.
Alright, well, I will spend a willpower to negate that.
Awesome.
How many willpower do I have? Let me check. Where's my willpower? I have a willpower of 4. Okay, I'm just gonna spend the 1. So that is my firearms 2 plus dexterity 3. Do I have any specialties? No, I don't. Okay. So let's... Two successes.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
I would love to roll you a d10. 5.
All right, and pick odds or evens.
Even.
Wow. Awesome. You have infected York with the tilt drugged. He's at -2 speed. As you can see, he's sluggish, and -3 to combat rolls, including defense and perception.
You're welcome!
So you can make this check unopposed.
So she got the chill. Now we're gonna grill.
So you literally,
Yeah.
so you, basically you see her do that like static thing again, and she just goes, and he gets, it almost looks like he gets hit in the face with a cloud of the same like weird subcutaneous sparkles that she has under her skin. And then all of a sudden he's like, whoa. Alright, now go.
Alright, so 2 for dexterity, 2 for athletics. I am spending 2 of my amalgam to get to 4 athletics, and then I'm going to spend a willpower for 3, right?
Let's do it.
Alright, so I'm going to mark 1 willpower spent, 4 amalgam, 2 spent. Alright. 2, 3. And we're going to make a stupid dice roll.
Hell yeah.
That's
I love
kind.
stupid dice rolls.
I know, me too. That's 1 regular and 2 explosions. I'm not very lucky.
Yeah, my dice have been rolling pretty poorly
That's still
today.
3 successes. What do those 2 explosions give you?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll them now. I had to clear up the thingy. For another, so 4.
4. The
So close.
Fireball, it's like more intense this time around because I feel like instead of one, you're doing a double.
Oh, he's like a spray.
Yeah, it's a spray, and you see as he gets closer, it coats him with fire, and he I believe you have explosive also on that.
Yes, my lash is immolating and explosive.
So not only does it light him on fire, but it blows up, cracking the bridge a little bit with it. And the Yorick goes flying off to the side. He grips onto the side of the bridge with several of his appendage. And you can see the bridge is starting to break apart a bit from the impact that you did. And you see Skylar, like, as you kind of hear the helicopters going in overhead as well. And they are, three of them are beginning to circle around on you. Janice, go ahead and give me another drive plus athletics, as Cass is kind of like woozing
Drive
in
plus
the front.
Dex.
Dex plus drive, yes.
Okay. I was like, excuse me.
Yep, I was about to say, keep it steady, because that door's about to come open.
Let's see, 1. And an explosion, so 2. Just the 2.
2? Okay. You managed to successfully keep yourself on track as the bridge is starting to break apart. And you can see the helicopters are starting to rain down fire on you as they
gunfire?
Yeah, gunfire.
Okay, not literal fire. Okay.
And as you're going, you actually hear something over a loudspeaker that is attached to one of the helicopters. My children, please, come back to me. And if you do so, I will welcome you back with open arms, says Dr. Summers.
Die, 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 die.
Oh, which helicopter did that come from?
You're not sure which. It's coming from all three. You're not sure he's in the helicopter or not.
Which helicopter is in front?
The middle one. They're flying in a V formation.
All right,
Wow.
I'm gonna lash the pilot of the middle helicopter.
Okay, Kazuror, what are you doing since it's all happening at
Yeah,
once?
no, trying to exit the vehicle. So whether that's out the back window or through the door is heading out.
Probably through the door. You just, like, the door's kind of hanging on because of the gun. You just, like, get rid of it. You're just like, whatever.
Don't need it anymore.
Fuck this SUV in particular. And you take off. And so, Kat's aiming for the pilot in the front. Where are you aiming for, Cazador?
Does it look like Yorick has been delayed enough to focus on the helicopters? Or
He is still coming in hot.
Okay.
He's slower now?
No, he's drugged and was hanging off the
he's-
side of a bridge last time we checked.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
slower, but he's trying to come in hot, though. It'll take him
Okay.
some time to get back to you, but he'll be back soon enough.
Yeah, no, she is very torn because she wants to do this very personal fight, but also she's one of the few that's really equipped for the helicopters. So she's gonna have to trust Rowan to light him up some more, and then heads up. So she's going after the helicopter.
Awesome, cool. Are you going for the middle pilot as well?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Roan, what are you doing?
He's got one arm down over our lovely little bundle here.
Yeah,
under the
Kristen's
blankets.
like scared. She's not screaming, but she's like
Whimpering.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
whimpering and shaking.
he's gonna like pull her completely under him and just kind of like body shield for her, and then with an other hand,
You're
we are
warm.
going to. I tend to get that way. Because when he uses his power, the skin that was affected glows red and actually emanates heat. That's one of his scars. And he's going to let out another shot at one of the helicopters that is not where Cazador is going. And not where Cat shot. We're going for spreading fire here.
All right, Janice, what are you doing?
Mostly trying to keep driving safely, like, not crashing into anything. Trying to make their way towards the general direction of that they need to go to, but also in the safest path, like anywhere that might provide some cover, or trying not to lead them directly to this supposed safe place that they're going to.
Well, you're still on the bridge, so it's like, honestly, at this point, it's just keep a straight shot.
Yeah, yep, mostly. trying to. I mean, they're also just ready to, if they have to, like, if they're about to get shot in the face, maybe like to telekinesis that away.
Consider
But,
using other cars as a shield. We're not good people.
we're not good people. No. I mean, obviously not opposed to cutting people off or anything like that,
Yeah,
but
no,
we
yeah.
can't destroy the SUV too much. We want it to be in working mostly.
Alright, so I'll start with you, Janice. You kind of have a decision to make. So you're gonna get to the end eventually
Of the bridge.
of the bridge, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, something happened. Give me 1 second
Uh-oh.
to get Nick back on source. I accidentally must set default on him. Sorry, Nick.
Sorry.
That's fine. That's my fault.
It's all Nick's fault.
It is my fault. Yep. You're right. Cool. You're
But we're
back.
both Nick.
It's collectively our fault together, always, eternally.
Mhm.
No, kidding. Yeah, you have a choice to make. You can either head to crossing the bridge into like Queens and continuing like the kind of car chase there, or at the end of the bridge is just kind of like on every bridge there is like a little walkway off to the side where you can go kind of under the bridge and through the service tunnels.
That would require us to get out of the car.
You would be slower to get out of the car, yes, but you wouldn't be pursued as heavily with like the copters
With the helicopters, yeah.
So I'll give you the choice is yours what you want to make.
Oh God, don't make me make decisions. Oh no. I've got two people arguing. I think let me think. Let's see. See if I have anything that will help me. No, not really. Dang. Okay. I think that so Cazador is like completely out of the car, or that's the plan, at least. I think we're going to go towards the walkway because I think being chased by helicopters seems more dangerous, and it doesn't matter how far you can drive if the helicopters can keep following you. So I think Janice is gonna make that call as they kind of start to turn toward where they can access the walkway.
Okay, cool. All right, so we'll resolve everyone else's actions then. Kat, go ahead and give me your gentle lash.
Gentle lash.
You are at because you're in the cooldown scar.
I'm in a -1, yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Alright. So I got 2 successes.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll me a d10 and then give me odds or evens.
2 odds.
Ooh. Damn, we're getting good at this. You watch as the helicopter starts to jerk, as like the pilot doesn't know what's in front of their face anymore.
What tilt did we get?
As you blind the pilot.
Wow.
Very lucky. And the Kazudari, you see this thing start to spin, and it's flying right at you as it's like spinning into you with like copters and all. Go ahead and give me aerial tactics for trying to dodge it.
Sure.
Plus dexterity.
The dex, yeah, okay.
We just keep sending helicopters at Cazador.
I mean, Cazador is handling them pretty well.
If you were gonna do anything, yeah, because I've got Dex 3, Athletics 4, and then Aerial Tactics spec. So let's hopefully just get up and get the.
Another bug on the windshield.
Okay, so is 3, and see if we can get the 4. No, so 3 success.
All right, you managed to dodge through pretty impressively. Actually, you actually go through like the opening in the middle of the helicopter.
Nice.
As it spins around and collides with one of the other helicopters, starting to send both of them to the ground. exploding on impact on the bridge, causing it to weaken even further as you see tethers start to snap and the cement start to give way. But you're still in pursuit, and you can strike the last pilot if you like.
Yes, definitely.
Gonna give me a cutting lash? We're just kind of a repeat of last time. Rowan's gonna blow it up and then...
Do it again.
Yeah,
Hey, it
no,
worked.
I will take it. So
Cha-cha-cha.
Cutting lash going after our pilot again. Okay, so if I get this one, it'll be a squeaker. Let's see.
Squeaker.
Well, because he's already -2 on me for pilot hitting. So yeah, I got one success counting as my I got a 3 -2, go 1 success.
Awesome. You go through, you break through the thing once again, and you get a pretty good stab on him. Not enough to instantly kill him outright, but Rowan, I'm sure you can do that. Go ahead and
Help out, yeah.
Yeah, this is the what? The second turn in a row he's used his power, so it's
starting to heat up. Like
he's poisoned and immobilized. Finish him off.
Yeah, he's not. This guy's not having a good day.
1, 2, 3, flat 3.
Okay. 3 successes. Awesome. You light it up like the 4th of July once more, and watch as it explodes and just blows up, bringing shrapnel. Cazador, you just like zip through it as it rains down. The burning wreckage careens into the bridge, and you can see that was, this bridge.
That was all 3.
That bridge can take 1 helicopter. That bridge could take 2 helicopters. But this bridge could not take 3 helicopters. Janice, go ahead and give me one more drive plus athletics. Drive plus dexterity. Sorry.
Dexterity.
I just love saying athletics. I'm sorry. As the bridge starts to break up and tear away, as it starts to collapse underneath you, and it's doing that thing where it's like, very much so, like you're driving and it's like breaking apart as you're driving away.
Yeah, no. I got 5 successes.
Yeah, you managed to skid to a halt to the walkway, and you gain just enough speed that everyone gets enough time to kind of leave the car and into the service tunnel.
Yeah, and in case it wasn't obvious to anyone around them, Janice kind of like motioned to them, to them, and then towards the service tunnel, and then we'll kind of again kind of wrap an arm around Kristen and like.
Oh, Kristen's like over the shoulder potato sack in the blanket. If you want her, you can get her, but Rowan just
if you've got her, that's fine. Didn't want her to be immobilized by fear. Would not be great.
And kind of the last thing you see Cazador, because I'm assuming you're the last person there, that you see is like Kat, Janice, and Rowan and Kristen run in. As you look behind you, you see York falling into the river. And you see for a second he lands in the water, gasps for air, and then debris just flattens on top of him.
Hell yeah.
And he does not resurface. Not that you see anyway.
That's 1. And turns around and heads for the tunnel.
1.5.
And
we
you
take what we can get.
You take what you can get as you go.
There's like 1 on her list.
into these service tunnels. Now, I think here would be a good time. Does everyone want to take like a short 5-minute recess, just in order to refill drinks, get everything, bio break, all that jazz? Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and put us in the Be Right Back screen, and then we'll be good and ready to go. See you everyone in 5 minutes time. So we'll be right back. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Contagion Chronicle Deviant the Renegades, the Lost Chapter special one-shot for Saturday night one-shots. We're back. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of an extended break. Got your bio, got some food, got some snacks, got some drink. Hopefully you're drinking that water.
Drink that water.
Drink that water. It's important.
Hydrate.
It's what plants need. Wait, that's Gatorade.
We're just plants with anxiety. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So when we last left, let's go right back to it. You guys are all heading into the tunnels, and the tunnels are your typical like service tunnels where they're like almost like pitch black except for like the red service light. They're dark. Your footsteps are echoing, and you're kind of running through, and it's like a maze in here.
I would like to. I do have the merit of Direction Sense 1.
Hell yeah!
So I can keep perfect track of our relative location and direction.
Okay, awesome.
Just to kind of know, like, yeah.
I would like to make a wits plus a composure roll to see if there are any impending ambushes or traps, because I have hypervigilance.
As you're thinking of it, you're like, yeah, there's. You're like, there is something in here. And like hearing it, you know that there's like maybe an ambush of some sort. As you hear a footsteps kind of walking around in the darkness, and Kristen stops and just starts she starts like no.
Well, I would like to roll to get like a general location, number of people, etc.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me wits plus investigation, please.
Plus wits plus composure, I believe.
Oh, wits plus composure. Yes, you're right.
Thank you.
No problem.
Wits 3, composure 2, and I get an 8 again. So let me adjust my thing.
Your thing.
Yeah. Difficulty 8, reroll 8, 9 and 10. 1, 2, 3. So that would be. I think it's 5. I think it's 5 dice. Yes, 5 dice. Okay.
All right, cool. So 5 successes. No.
Non-successes.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's.
This is fine.
This is fine.
This is very fine.
Look, I'm really overwhelmed after having used my lash several times and like fireballs exploding, and there's a kid. Like, I didn't expect to have to be a mom to anyone at any point in time. So
it feels like it kind of sounds like there's only one person around there, and you're like, that can't possibly be right.
Yeah.
And as you're thinking, you kind of hear in your mind, not even in your mind, sorry, not your mind. That's my go-to. You hear over the loudspeaker system. You hear like crackling and then like that hardcore tone and stuff like that. The sound of Dr. Summers once more.
Ah!
My children, you have been very, very bad children.
I prefer naughty, thank you.
You have taken my gifts and you have splurged them.
Oh no, not the splurge.
I don't think that word means what he thinks it means.
I think he means squander, but he didn't really study the arts. He's like a STEM guy, so.
He only notes the blade.
Well, you were a busy being.
And he comes through and he goes, "Did you really think you would escape me? Especially when that leader of yours, Victor, took my precious Kristen."
Excuse me, he's not our leader. We're an anarcho-syndicalist commune.
Gesundheit.
Oh, cat.
Thank you.
When I get you again, I will have to remove that mouth of yours.
Don't forget my little dog, too.
I'm not sure what
You
And you
keep
hear
talking.
seething.
What do you want? Because we're leaving.
No, no, of course not. You are just stepping into the final phases of the test. You see, who better off to test my new addition than the old ones themselves?
You guys would know that, like, when Kat is, like, nervous and frightened, she goes into full mean girl mode.
Looks down at Kristen and just like three words. Is it Eve?
Her eyes tell you everything. You already know. Yes. But first, did you not think it was interesting what we were doing?
Hey, Doc. You know what's interesting?
It's just silence.
That too, but, like, I met Skylar on the bridge, and I bit off part of his tongue. And if you want, next time we hang out, I can bite off part of your tongue, too. It was so good, he screamed.
You can hear, like, another bit of visible, like, audible seething through the... Now's not the time to taunt the mutts. Let the hunt begin.
Oh, good, we have a hunter! This is exciting!
Let's see how you remade
Hey, Rowan, can we get a light?
an Eve 01 deal with magnificent Eve 02.
Zahun Goku na Tenshi no Yoni.
As the light, like, you could see in the darkness, you could see Kristen, like, raise her finger and point, and at the edge you can see the silhouette of a young girl.
Oh god, there's two of them.
We have light. Cat called for a light, so bioluminescence. He pulls up a mote.
And like
sends it out.
yeah, it's probably like this happens all at once. You see it,
Yeah.
like Kristen point, and then you point, and you see it, and it looks just like Kristen, except the life in this girl's eyes is definitely there's definitely something else there.
Can I try to read her thoughts?
Do it!
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sure nothing bad will happen, but
It'll be fine.
Yeah,
it'll
if
look
your-
great.
If your brain turns to scrambled eggs, it can carry you out.
Yeah,
Remember
exactly.
the nosebleed,
Just-
right?
Yeah, that's fine.
You got two brains, it's fine.
It's more like a partition hard drive.
Yes, but like there's still part of it partitioned off. So
yeah,
it's
it's
cool.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's cool.
It's fine. It's cool. It's cool, guys. Should I ask my
Cool,
question?
Cool.
Ask your first question.
What are you capable of? What is Eve capable of?
And as you do that, go ahead and give me. Ooh. Go ahead and give me a resolve plus your telekinesis level, or not telepathy level.
Okay. Resolve.
As you're getting a shit ton of static back. Not even static, like painful, like wavelengths resonance.
Where is resolve?
It's in your
What is
attributes.
it? Okay. If I don't have a resolve, does that mean it's zero
should-
or
it's-
that you?
What's
Yeah.
your attributes?
I
is-
look-
Your
looked
resolve is
wrong.
between
One.
your strength
Okay.
and your
Yes, I see it. Sorry, you said attributes. I just looked in the completely wrong.
No,
spot.
you're totally fine. You're also gonna subtract 3 from this roll.
Okay, can I spend a willpower to like?
Yes, of course. Always. You can
Negate
always
that?
spend a real power.
Okay, cool. Or not negate that, but roll more dice. Not that many more dice. Okay. Make sure I got the right number. 2, 3. Reroll a couple here.
That's good.
4. All right, so I got 5, and then -3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is 2 then.
All right. So 2 successes. Cool.
Mhm.
So you managed to as you ask, what are you capable of? You get a very kind of like horrific image of in your mind. As you see various people like melting and then reforming, almost like clay.
Gross.
Just like with no seemingly like no acid or anything, they're just kind of melting out of thin
Yeah,
air.
like they're melting almost into like goo. And
Okay,
then it's
cool.
very biological, like they're breaking down.
Yeah.
Then you see Rowan. You see Cazador. You see Kat. And then you see yourself.
Like, oh, sorry, continue.
And then you hear a question in your mind, a thought pushing into you.
Hate that.
What are you most afraid of? And all of you feel that push into your mind as they're trying to read the surface thoughts.
Is there
Do we just want to go around in a circle?
Yeah, pretty much. Start with Janice, just because, like,
Yeah.
this is the initial target.
What are you most afraid of? I think, and it's almost like what's the word I'm looking for? It's funny because I think she's most afraid of being alone, or I think they're most afraid of being alone because they can read other people's minds. It's like they're never really alone anyway, but it's not the same as that like connection, that family. And even though they're kind of withdrawn, they've still grown close to these people that they live with.
And the way you imagine it is that you see Rowan, you see Kazor, you see Kat, you see Richter, and you see them ripped apart in front of you, cascading into raining parts and gore and excess and sinew, and then everything goes black. Rowan?
So what comes to his mind is the image of someone who looks similar to him, but younger, shorter, a bit longer hair, but more of the current age. His son Nero, and hands coming over Nero, and Summer's coming to light.
Nope, don't like that. Mm-mm.
That is his biggest fear.
Yes. For those at home, you remember it. You remember the cracks of your sins, why you did everything you did for your son, and the whole reason that you see an image of your son, almost like a photo, and then the photo goes up in flames, turning to an ash, and you're left watching as the ashes of the photo slip between the cracks of your fingers. Cazador.
She's afraid of the holes in her memory and what they must be full of, because the context clues all around it say it was bad, that she did terrible things, and she doesn't want to know any of them.
You get an image of your head, a point of view, and you're floating in water or some sort of liquid, looking at the rest of this lab but separated by glass. You realize you're in a tube, and you see Summers pressing a hand against the test tube and muttering, "She's beautiful. Our daughter." And then finally, Cat.
Cat is a pathogenic. She was never meant to be a deviant, but she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And she was pulled into this life and away from everyone she knew. And she swore on that table, getting fixed, getting everything put back in place, that she would never lose control of herself again. She would never lose her agency. She would always be in control of any situation she was in. And she sees herself on that table with the acupuncture needles sticking out, rerouting the energies that flow through her body, the energies that leaked out from the lab, probably when Cazador was being reworked. She can feel those energies being pushed through her in ways she didn't ask for. And she will never lose control of any situation she is in again.
The scene shifts for a minute, and you're face to face with Sergio, with Richter, with your friends that you've made along the way, with some of your past family members even, that you haven't seen in so long. And in your head, it starts to fade away, like if signifying you're just forgetting them. Just for the moment, though, as it comes back in the vision's end. As,
Kat is fucking mad now because someone got into her head, and she hates that. And Kat has one brain power, and that is stealing the memory of someone else. So she is going to push back, and because the scar on this already is that her memory becomes a little unstable when she uses this. I have to succeed at a scar resistance roll when I use this, otherwise my memory starts developing holes in it. She knows that, but this person is already threatening her with her memories being taken away, and that cannot be allowed to stand. So she's going to steal their memories first.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a... You know what? It's going to be an interesting roll. Roll me a manipulation plus the level of memory thief. Which is 2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
So manipulation plus memory thief. I'm going to spend a willpower as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm down to 2 willpower. And my manipulation is a 3. How nice. So let's roll some 8 dice. She's pissed. She's not happy.
Somewhere in the back of Janice's mind, they're just like, remind me never to dig
3
too deep into Cat's mind.
3 successes.
Awesome. You get a memory of your head that you reach out for and touch, and you can see both Kristens.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see one of the Kristens watching in horror as the other one is strapped to a table, and some sort of needle to like a tube system is hooked up, and you can see some up in the like upper echelons of the machine. You can see some sort of dark swirling, almost like black inky substance being pumped in.
Okay,
from the
so
tube.
we know ours is named Kristen.
Yeah.
Am I seeing whose head am I seeing this memory from?
You're seeing it through the Kristen strapped to the wall on the table.
What's her name?
You could tell that her name is Eve.
It's actually Eve.
It's actually that's the only name that she knows of. And then before you could pry further, you feel the connection being snapped as the other Kristen for a second takes a step back in visible like appallness, and then you know that you have a stronger way of doing this if you can physically touch them, but you're not sure if you're gonna get the opportunity to do this. As you're all looking, and you hear Eve call up for the first time, talking in her voice. I will do what I was told. And you watch as you hear bones kind of like, you can hear them cracking as this little girl's body begins to descend and almost transforms as she screams for a second, and various appendages start exploding out of her back, like long tentacle, like...
Abby, you good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
No worries. I know. Yeah.
I have a question in a moment, but I'm all right.
If you don't, just let me get my little cool transformation sequence out of it. I appreciate y'all for letting me do this. This is like one of my favorite parts.
Sure. No, please.
No worries. I'm gonna switch the music actually.
Hell yeah.
As you watch, she kind of gets taller, and her body suddenly is lifted up by these tentacles, almost like Doc Ock style. You can see large insectoid wings spring from her back as her face grimaces and parts of her body start to expand, kind of getting this shitness-like armor. You can see from her one hand starts to generate visible heat as flames start to spark off of it. Her other hand starts to decay the literal like area around her as it floats around.
Yep.
And her neck gets super long, almost like a viper, and the head of this little girl looking at you. Well, once a girl, now this abomination of a creature, of an experiment, as Eve takes a flight as much as she can in this room. And she's literally starting to drip this black ink out of her. And Kristen looks at you and goes, Jen, that's what they put in us. They tried to put in me.
Abby first and then me.
Yep. And then real quick, Kristen looks at you and goes, that's what they put in you.
Okay. Storyteller question.
Yeah.
One, this is her first memory of ever being called beautiful. But two, I need to know what the consequences for amnesia. Am I shaken or guilty?
You are shaken.
Got it. Thank you.
Because I don't think you'd be guilty of it, because it's, you're just shaking at
Yeah.
your origin, I think that's a...
Sure thing. So, Cazador is under shaken condition.
And looks and... Disteds, all of you roll a d10 plus your initiative, please.
I'm going to use... So fast reflexes adds reflex dots to initiative. Is that factored into my initiative on the sheet already?
I believe so. What's your initiative right now?
5.
No, it is not.
So that means I'm at 8.
Yes.
Is she close enough that I could reach up and touch her before initiative?
No, it's a pretty far. You're gonna have to fight your way through that. Actually, let me just double check on the initiative thing.
And would you say we're rolling?
You roll, yeah, rolling 1d10.
Roll d10 plus initiative,
Yeah,
yeah.
just one. It's
Right,
like a simple
okay.
add your initiative.
Got it. Sweet things.
11.
Okay.
Excuse me.
10,
13.
Janice Cat?
Also 11.
All right. I'll let Cat and Cazor trade off whenever they want to go. Janice?
I got a 12.
Damn, we're going fast.
I got a 4 initiative.
Oh.
Pretty good, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm gonna do with that initiative, that's, you know, the real question.
Just do your best.
I got questions before I
That's
can
all.
take my turn.
That's all.
Oh, no worries. But first, the first person's turn.
Oh
is Eve.
no, no.
He beat a 13!
Eve's
This
fa-
tracks.
Eve's the boss. Eve's gonna look at Ash. And
I'm never going to
Cat?
baby gap
Ash,
again.
Cat, sorry. You're never going to what again?
I'm never going to baby gap again.
There you go. And using her kind of I put that on repeat before it gets to the part yeah, no, it's good. Outstretching her arm, she conjures this like fiery tornado and sends it cascading towards you. What's your defense?
My defense is 4.
Okay.
I also have athletics and parkour. So I could like run up the fucking wall out of the way if I really wanted to.
Well, we're gonna mark. The fire is gonna singe you a little bit as you're able to dodge out of the way for most of it. This fire burns really hot, hotter than anything Rowan has put out. Almost to the point where it deals 1 point of aggravated damage.
Ugh! Ew.
And then she's not done yet. She's a boss, so she gets the double turn. As she looks and looks at Rowan, and with her other outstretched arm, go ahead and what's your defense as well?
2.
Right. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
You little fuck! That's my trick!
You hear in your mind, I do it better.
Okay.
I will
Alright.
destroy you!
Alright, so who's up?
Wait, did you roll your d10, Rowan?
Yeah, I got a 7.
7?
Uh-oh.
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 Alright, okay.
Uh-oh.
So, good news and bad news, Rowan.
Okay.
The good news is, it's not going to affect your combat rolls at all. In fact, it's going to make them better.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The bad,
Oh, no.
The bad news is, you're going to go
Done.
last because it hits you with the... I don't know if there was an errata for this tilt, but it hits you with... So, I promise that I'm sorry to anyone that this word might not be kind of hurtful for. It inflicts you with the insane tilt.
This is fine.
Well, that
great.
throws my plan out the window. Cool.
Which You watch as your mind is scrambled, and in your head, the only thoughts you can hear is your son screaming.
Oh.
Well, I had a plan, and, yeah, okay.
Don't need plans. It's fine.
But you get a +1 to all your combat rolls. You just have to act everyone else. You have your -3 to your social rolls, which is whatever you're not social, and you can't spend willpower for the time being. Go ahead, Janice. What are you doing?
Well, this is what I'm going to try to do. I would like to try to, body snatch Eve.
Oh boy.
I
Yeah.
feel like it might be hard to do, but
Do it!
not.
I mean, aim for the stars, damn.
Yeah. Okay.
Look,
Go.
otherwise it's just standing there.
No, you do you.
I don't know if I need to do a roll or something.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me your intelligence plus your level of body snatcher.
Cool. I will do that.
You are going to -4 from that attempt, please.
-4. Why?
She's got all the best versions of you.
Alright. I'm gonna spend a willpower then. You said nothing bad happens if I have 0 willpower, right? I just
No.
run out of willpower.
Unless you get something that requires it, but I doubt that's gonna come up.
Okay.
I
Well,
doubt
it's
you're
fine.
gonna suffer like integrity.
It's a one shot. Who needs
There you
integrity?
go.
Alright, cool. That means I'm gonna roll a lot of dice and hope that they are good. Alright, let me me roll a couple more.
Yeah, that's why when you said, what can you do? You saw pictures of us.
Roll a couple more. Okay, well, I got 6 successes. Minus 4 is what? Is 2?
I mean,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
get a negative
Okay.
4. Good on you.
Yes. So, yeah, you... Damn. That's new.
That's new.
Snatchers.
Well, so here's the thing. Here, I'll read it for you guys.
Yeah.
You choose a target in range. You can enter their mind, taking control of their senses, surface thoughts, and actions. They are aware of this. This ends when the victim suffers lethal damage or a breaking point. Once broken free, victims are immune. And then the scar, or the thing associated with it, is whenever you suffer lethal or aggravated damage not caused by scars, whenever you falter, or whenever you suffer the stunned or distracted tilt, this variation deactivates unless you succeed on a scar resistance roll.
Yeah.
So,
You
I
take
think-
control... Okay, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
just as she's doing this, she's like, Janice is like, I can only do this for like a short amount of time, so you need to like coordinate. You 3 need to coordinate. So the idea is that they want to sort of like hold Eve so that everyone can kind of unload on.
Well, the
Eve.
problem is when Eve suffers lethal damage, you are kicked out.
So,
Yeah,
you
so
get-
that's
you get
why
one
it's like a
shot.
one-time thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
If I can land immobilize, it'll help
Yeah,
us.
then we're fine.
Yeah, you watch as you take control of her, and it's not even that you have control of her. Even at that major success, you're not able to take complete control of her, but you stop her though, and
Yeah,
she
that's
doesn't move. But it is
what
like
I
a
figured
rage
would.
of wills. Imagine you're just like, you're like in her mind, and it's just 100 versions of her all trying to climb on top of you, and like
Yeah, and
suffocate
it's
you
like-
out of her mind.
And all that Janice can do, all that they could do, is to keep Eve still and not move, I think.
All right, Cat, Cazador, Rowan. I'm gonna say.
Cazador, go! Cazador, go! Cazador, go!
I mean, I think like Cazador is actually still shaking from the condition, and then when Cat is like, Cazador, go, like finally like snaps, and then just starts flying at full speed down the tunnel, tail out.
You can see while her hands don't move, her tentacles do move almost like independently of her own. But go ahead and just give me a athletics plus dexterity as you're just trying to weave through them.
Got it. Because I'm flying, do I still get the aerial tactic,
Yep.
or is it too confined?
No, you get aerial tactics.
All right.
Now more than ever.
Right?
Ain't it the truth? You know what? You're right. This is kind of desperate. I'm gonna do another willpower. Let's get in there. Six.
You
Hell yeah.
dodge through, and you kind of arrows like strike, as you get to her. Roll an unopposed cutting lash.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but again, everyone like sees like the whole time. It is just she
We're
is
all just
not-
going for it.
Yeah, she is not okay. Like there is just something.
Are any of us
desperate.
really okay?
No.
No.
God, no, of course not. 2.
So we're gonna roll.
All right, 2.
Yep.
You stab directly into her, and you're hitting her with the immobilized and poisoned. Okay. Awesome. You stab into her, and her eyes immediately seize up. And Janice, you're forced out of her head.
And I imagine that there's. Sorry, go ahead, Rowan, if there was something you wanted to say. I was gonna say, I just imagine there's some amount of, like, even in their own body, of, like, kind of blowback where they, like, feel, because they, like, share the senses, they kind of, like, feel it a little, and they kind of, like, stumble back a little bit.
Rowan, what would you like to do with your turn as you're just like...
Hey, whoa. My turn.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Rowan has to go last.
Yeah, her face her face is on like a long giraffe neck, right?
Yes.
Is it close enough that I can touch it?
You might have to do some aerial stuff. So landing on it's one thing. Holding on might be the tough part to like complete like to keep.
No, I just want to like.
Like
is her face anywhere close to me?
You have to run up to it, but yeah, you could.
Okay.
You want to do some parkour to get up there?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me dexterity, athletics, and then what your parkour is as well.
Parkour!
Parkour!
Fucking jumps off a couch. Parkour! Yeah, I have a parkour of 5.
You can because you have parkour 5, you can literally spend a willpower and just get 3 successes if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, cool.
That leaves me with one willpower. Cha-cha-cha, let me open up my roller.
Yep, see if you can get the dexterity plus athletics, see if you can get the,
Let's do it. I think that's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check.
Dexterity is 3, athletics is...
Yeah, my athletics
2,
is...
5.
Yep. Okay. 5 success. Not 5 successes on the roll, but 5 successes with the parkour.
Still, that's an exceptional success. You
Yep.
grab and you land onto her head, and she is trying to bite at you as you do it. She does sink her teeth into you. Take 2 points of lethal, but then go ahead and finish what you're trying to do.
Boop. I just boop her on the nose, but I hit her with a gentle lash at the same time.
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say because of my
Gentlest
first roll,
lash.
you don't even have to roll. You can just go ahead. and roll me-
Gentlest lash.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a d10.
Yeah. Okay. 8.
Odds or evens?
Evens.
Pick Cat or Rowan.
What?
Pick
Cat
Cat
or
or Rowan.
Cat.
Okay, cool. You watch as her one arm that has the decay in it slumps to the side and just goes dead. And she flings you off her head. But you're able to do the dismount.
Parkour!
You do a cool hero landing.
I do. Also, I don't take falling damage.
Yep, no you don't.
So,
Rowan, it's your turn.
Okay, so I have some questions.
Of course, I have some answers.
We're in service tunnels?
Yep.
Is there water around?
There is like if you wanted to, you could probably blow open a pipe.
So when this tilt hits him, it's a
her, I think.
Summit Ballast or full on break.
Huh.
So he is completely submerged in the guilt and regret of everything he's done. So he is full body immolated, running for this figure because all he hears is Nero screaming, and he is just going to unleash at the water pipes to try and douse both himself and Eve.
Yeah, go ahead and give me your cutting lash, and you're gonna do actually. Let me check your sheet really quick.
Because Cutting Lash has the power failure to where once he is doused, he can't use it for the rest of the scene.
Yep, go.
But if Eve is also doused,
She won't be able to use it either.
if it's not some sort of high-powered improved version. All right, so
Dexterity plus athletics, and you get a +1 because of
+1. I am using my last 2 amalgam points to add to the athletics, but I cannot spend willpower. Correct?
Yeah.
Cool. So this is his roll. And that's 1 explode, 2 explode, 3 success, 4 success. So 4 successes, and we're rolling the 2 explosions. Please give this to me. 8 and 3. Let's go.
5 successes as you.
5 successes.
You explode, and she expects it to hit her, and for a second, it misses, and she looks at you with this cocky smile and begins to channel fire, and then you hear a rumbling. As when like the pipes get overheated, they just like, or like they start, you hear the popping of the rivets, and then an explosion as water begins to flow up and douse the area. All of you are doused with water, especially her as it comes cascading down, and you see her other hand just go limp as well as the fire is put out from it.
So like as he was there before it happened, it's just like utter anguish. But like as the water hits him, it's just like
I'm gonna say you can remove your tilt after that one. That was a really good expenditure.
That was good. I love that.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So your power of fire is gone for the time being, just until you can dry off. But so is that, and you watch as Eve takes a more hunched position as it comes to her turn, and she begins to transform once more.
Where's Kristen?
Kristen's
I
behind y'all
assumed
still.
Kristen was still like Janice didn't really move at all, so I think they were planning on at least trying to stay near Kristen to protect.
Gotcha. Okay.
The tentacles get more beefier and sharper as they turn into like a multitude of legs. You watch her standard body's still there, still like at this like almost like a spider almost. Her head shrinks back to the normal position, and the wings almost retreat into the back. You watch though as her mouth starts expanding into this large maw, and this long kind of tongue lolly this lolls out of it, like some grim jester.
Tongue, you say?
Yes. Her eyes get bug-like, and she turns into this almost like, I'm not even sure, because her body basically like is just like hanging there, the rest of it, as she becomes basically this monster spider thing with her 8 legs. And she skitters about, latching onto the walls and until she's on the ceiling. And she looks around at all of you. And you can see the black ooze is just amplified around her. To the point where you all can start... All of you can go ahead and give me... Sorry, I'm looking at the stats. Give me a wits plus composure roll, please.
I have tolerance for biology, so I don't need to.
Well, not even like you're being grossed out. Wits plus composure for your something that's happening inside specifically.
Oh, okay.
But that's a good thing.
Good idea. Ooh.
4, 3, 0, and...
Hold on.
Here's
Getting
like
there.
2 of my best stats. Hey!
Nope. At least I didn't botch.
4. You can feel like something's reacting in your own body. And Kazador, only you're the only one that's really brought to their knees. You're gonna lose your next turn over this as you're brought to your knees by this pain. As the rest of you look, and in the pores at the cracks of your like body, you can see the black ooze starting to ooze out. Like you're being overflowed with this.
Great, I have tolerance for biology.
Yeah. And the rest of you are just like, you can feel your body as the contagion is being flowed through you, and you can see in your mind, it's almost like a point of view. You're all struck by this kind of signified vision together. And this vision shows you all, you can see yourselves on each operating table, and you can see at one point in time, however the operation went, you can see the large needle being struck into you and this black goo being pumped into your body, the catalyst.
Does this have to do with so Janice has the flashback merit.
Mhm.
It says occasionally you'll recall your
Oh yeah.
divergence will detail. And I imagine that's supposed to say be granted a clue that will aid you later.
Yes.
Can I maybe get a clue?
Oh
I love
yeah.
clues.
You can watch as you see in, and you can look on the walls, and you see the schematics for Eve. And you can see in the center of it, almost like on like the chest where like, you know, the heart would be, there is a large eye.
Like eyeball
Yeah.
eye. Okay.
And you can watch on her chest, you can see this large eye has also formed, looking around separate from her head. It was kind of hidden before, but now you can kind of spot it out, kind of piecing everything together. And Kristen calls out to you, actually, now. And she's in pain, too, because you can... actually, no, she's not in pain. She doesn't look amazing, though. She's not in pain. You can see her, and, you know, and she's like, you have to leave. Just let her have me. She won't chase you. If you keep going, you're gonna be too far gone. You're gonna be too far gone, you'll die. Just leave me. Please just leave me. Just leave
Fuck
me.
that noise.
Please. I like y'all.
Can I take a speech action?
Sure.
I would like to pull. So Kat is gonna pull her sleeve down, and tolerance for biology is gonna come into play here. She's gonna lick up her arm and onto her hand, and sort of look at Eve like this and go, "Can't we talk this out?" And I would like to use my persuasion, presence, distraction specialty,
Sure.
which will give me 9 dice to roll, if I remember correctly. Let me check. Yeah, persuasion for presence. Okay, 8 dice to roll. Sorry.
Also, the ones that succeeded on the other roll, it still hurts to move. Like, it still hurts to act, but you have enough kind of will that you're pushing through it all. 5. You watch as her eyes focus only on you as she gets closer and closer, almost getting ready to strike you, though. But her eyes are only on you.
I have striking looks as well, so I don't know. I forget if I get extra dice for that.
It's you got an exceptional, so it'd be at the same kind of like junction.
Can't we talk this out, Evie?
By the roar, it does not look you can. She's getting closer though.
Well, Janice, you have a thing you can do.
Yeah, I think Janice is going to broadcast their thoughts to their friends, so Cazador, Kat, and Rowan, and be like, there's a weak spot, and then describe, like, you know, where it is on their, like, their center eye.
Cool.
And then I think really just kind of post up defensively in front of Kristen, and they'll turn to Kristen and say, "We're not leaving you here." And there's like a very quiet determination to it.
I would like to take my actual action now.
Okay.
Because I have contagion dripping out of me, and it hurts to move, and I have this power that I've been saving that doesn't actually have a scar variation on it.
Woohoo!
So I would like to deal a point, because we have these rivets that popped out.
Yeah.
I would like to deal a point of lethal damage to myself.
Okay. For the Deviant core?
Oh, yes. And then I would like to parkour my way to the weak spot so that I can sink the ichor into the heart.
Awesome. Go ahead and give me dexterity plus athletics. Your ignoring target's offenses, you're going to subtract from 4 for this. Are you going to spend
No, I'm
willpower?
not, because I'm going to spend a willpower.
You're going to get those 3 successes.
Yep. If I spend that willpower, does that also mean that I am subtracting, that I'm now only down 1?
No, that's just 3 automatic successes.
Okay.
So you would still reduce your dice pool, but either way, you're going to get a success.
Cool. Well, I want to see if I can make this an exceptional success, because I want to make this as, Oh, I have medicine 3 as well, so I am specifically not dealing damage that will kill me.
Okay.
Because I know how to... I know how to self-harm. Ooh, that's gross. I don't like that. We're gonna move on. So, I'm sorry, it was dexterity plus athletics, you said? So, we're gonna see if we can get 2 more successes out of this.
Sure you can.
I believe in you. Janice also believes in you.
You're a walking
I
disaster.
got 1 success.
Ah.
That's enough still to douse it. A few droplets in the eyes, and you watch as it burns through the eye that's on this mutated Eve's chest, and she begins roaring in pain as she thrashes about, smacking you and sending you cascading, dealing...
Oh, no, she's gonna hold on.
Oh, what are you gonna do? You doing more stuff?
No, she's just holding...
Okay.
Grapple?
Yeah, you're holding on, and
Don't fling me.
she's thrashing about, looking, is trying to stab every which way as she can't. She doesn't have control of her senses right now.
And as she thrashes, I'm just gonna whisper, "I'm sorry, sister."
And then we go to Rowan, because Kaz is currently disposed.
Yep.
So,
Indisposed.
question. Increasing the magnitude of a variation.
Okay.
Right now he's doused with water, but that affects cutting lash, not pyrokinesis, correct?
Nope. Yep, you're right.
So pyrokinesis is already 5 dots, so it can't go up any further, right?
I believe it could if it need yeah, you can go beyond 5 dots in the system. It's just I'm gonna say you can.
Yeah, we call it the White Wolf scale. It supposedly goes from 1 to 5, but it actually goes from 0 to 10.
So are you currently blocking the eye?
I think she's like holding on to the neck
Uh-huh.
as she's doing this. Like, there's still some eye visible.
Okay, cool. Rowan's just gonna try and go for the soft spot I was just mentioned. So he can't lash, so he has to get up in its face and try to basically cauterize that eye off.
Fucking metal. Yeah, go ahead.
Hell yeah.
Give me
His athletics is boosted right now, but that shouldn't factor in. So it's like, what do we got to do to get in there?
Because you're just trying to land a punch on her and explode with that fire in your hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me strength plus brawl.
So that's only 3 right now. I'm gonna add 1. Well, he has 1-on-1 for a
Yep.
specialty.
So
Does
that's
that factor here?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 4. And then you said willpower only adds 3 successes, or like it?
No,
adds
willpower
3
adds
dice.
3 die.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 3 dice. So I did have that figured out. So we're going up to 7 die for this.
Yep.
Okay. Just thank you for letting me math that out. So 7 dice.
No! Oh, guys.
It actually thematically works, as you go for the punch, like the final blow, and Eve swats you, not even swats you, you see a tentacle come through and impale you, Dealing 2 lethal damage to you.
It's
We are
fine.
not looking good.
This is
we are-
fine.
We are not looking good at all.
So
Mark?
one's in Rowan, and it's stuck inside you. Like it's still in you. Like
Okay.
That's horrifying.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Well, I mean, we'll just torch it. Like, cool. I can torch myself. Let's go.
Now you're really close to it. Easy to find.
Eve's spending this turn thrashing about and like reacting basically. Janice, what's your?
I don't know if this has any mechanical effect, but Janice is gonna kind of broadcast their thoughts to Eve again. I mean, obviously, Kat's attempts to distract and persuade didn't work very well, but that doesn't mean we can't try again. So they were gonna just broadcast their thoughts and be like, we can work this out. You just have to work with us. You don't need to listen to them. They're just using you.
You think for a moment Eve might be listening before she stabs you as well with one of her tentacles.
Oh, good.
And the other one goes into Cazador. Basically, all 3 of you are on a tentacle, if not impaled on it. And she begins secreting the black ooze from it as it sloshes over you. And you can start to feel your biology, even your insides, kind of begin to break down a bit. But you give me wits plus composure plus once more. All of you.
Everybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
Except me, or am
Except you, because you're
Oh.
you're still getting it, but you're not like injected. You're not getting like injected with it.
Right.
Much better.
4, 1, 2. It hurts. It hurts a lot, but you still managed to go. Cat, it's your turn again. More.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now you're actually gonna have to hit her with this one.
That's fine.
Go ahead and roll me dexterity plus firearms, as you're just trying to fling it in her face, basically.
Oh, yeah.
-4 though. Defense.
Oh. Okay. I guess. I'm sorry, you said it was dexterity plus firearms?
Yes.
Okay, 1 die. Let's fucking go. I got it. I got the success.
What? 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 As she gets a fistful of your just a fucking fistful of your blood in her face.
I have ghost disease. It's contagious.
Yeah, fucking, you're telling me. And you watch as you go through, it begins to melt, and finally you can see the light of her eye begin to slowly fade as she drops all of you and begins to shake as the black blood is slushing and oozing off her. And as power surges and you watch the black ooze coming out of the large eye, it separates and fissures open, blood and gore spilling to the ground, and you see the tentacles begin to wither and rot, and her normal arm outstretches as she looks to you and starts shaking and goes, I just wanted to be alive. And you watch.
First aid!
Unfortunately, nothing like that. As you
Oh,
watch
damn.
her basically wither and explode in front of you.
I go stand under the fucking sprinkler because that was gross.
And her body drops to the ground. Not her, like, her tentacles explode, I should say. Her child body walks to the ground and just begins to disintegrate in the non-detailed way possible because she's still a child, and just into a black puddle of the contagion.
I go wash myself off under this pipe that Rowan helpfully exploded earlier.
Cazador has been shaking, like, all the way through the end of the fight, and when the tentacle finally releases, like, is still there in pain for a second, and then there is this sound. It is part animal, part insect, but entirely feral. And
I'm
it's
imagining
just
an
meant
angry
to-
cicada.
I mean, just it is clearly meant to intimidate anything still listening. That it's just a roar of our turn.
And
She gets up and gets ready for what happens next.
nothing happens next. The speakers go dead. You're not even sure if Dr. Summers was talking to you in the first place, to be honest. Maybe it was just a manifestation of Eve's power. But
Lord.
the black contagion squirms away, and you see as some remnants go into the sewer pipe system. But you're able to freely proceed through. And Kristen hugs all of you.
I was gonna say, is Kristen okay?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Rowan was gonna go over and like get an arm around Kristen's shoulder, like, okay, kid, let's go.
She's crying though. Not like tears of like I care about you, like that too, but also tears of like something bad's gonna happen now, but like something that she can't really prevent.
Well, she's 7, so
It's not your job.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
so
ours.
sorry.
You don't have to apologize for anything.
I don't want
hey,
people,
Cazador.
people to
Yeah.
die for me.
Hamptons, right?
What?
The Hamptons.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And as you walk out the service tunnel into the lights, you are quickly picked up by Richter in a stolen SUV.
Why
He's
is it always an
okay.
SUV?
Well, you need enough room to fit all of us.
Because I have wings, man.
But we can get like a van, we can get a service van. Post the
Look, he
company.
has a thing for black SUVs. I'm not going to question it.
Steal a
Like, I
van
haven't
later.
heard that
Now.
before.
And you
Punches him
drive.
in the arm. She punches him in the arm. Fuck.
You
Thought
drive.
you were dead.
I thought I was dead too, to be honest. Are you guys okay? You don't look too well.
I'm dead.
Oh, this whole thing? Points to the gaping hole in his sternum.
I have ghost disease.
And you're kind of right though. You don't feel too well, and maybe you're like, maybe a little bit of sleep will help or something like that. As you continue driving out of.
I'm gonna. I know this is just an ending scene, but she's
Yeah.
gonna do like first aid on them.
Okay, no, yeah. And you're beginning to patch people up, but as you drive outside of New York, every mile, and you see Chris begin to smile even, you think to yourself, like it's over, you blew a major blow to Retor today. To be honest, you don't think they might, it'll take them years to recover what they lost today. And you drive for a couple hours until, and every mile, every like mile of distance you get away, you all begin to feel weaker. Like something's breaking down in you. And as you get to the end, you get to a lone looking church in the wild, basically. And Richter says, "Okay, guys, it's time for let's get out. Let's meet these. Let's meet my group." And as he looks back, Kristen's just crying in the bed. And it all kind of hits you that your bodies have taken too much of the contagion. And you're not really sure how much longer you're going to be able to continue on. But you do manage to all pull yourselves out of it, out of the vehicle, and get Kristen to this church where this group of people in almost like clean white sterile clothing are waiting, and they almost they look at her and they kind of like they're talking to Richter, and one of the women from the group goes and hugs Kristen and looks at you all, and they say their thanks, and they're starting to lead Kristen in, and Kristen kind of runs up to all of you, and just like she's still crying, and she gives you like all the hugs. She's, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're 7. You don't get to be sorry for at least 6 more years. You got it?
You get to be the one that got away. That's important.
And either Richter's crying, he's like, what happened?
Rowan rubs her head, like messes up her hair. It's our job to handle.
I think Janice is too tired to like even properly speak out loud, so they just kind of broadcast their thoughts they're not even coherent thoughts. They're more just emotions of like acceptance and like it's not your fault sort of like feelings. Like this is just how it is and we did what we had to do.
Yeah. No, Kat is very much leaning into this. You don't get to be sorry until you're an adult. You don't have to be sorry for anything.
And she nods and she like cleans up her tears. And you all have one action left, and I would like to ask, do you all want to do a group hug?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
And as you hug each other and hold each other tight, you feel yourself can finally all succumb to the contagion as your bodies begin to crystallize to black. And all together, the mass of you forming this pillar of almost like onyx-like material in this field. And Richter doesn't know what happened, and Kristen cries a little more, but she looks, and the last scene we get is them bringing the pillar that your bodies have all formed together inside the church. And we kind of hear Kristen's voice, almost like she's monologuing. But she's a little bit older now as the time begins to go on. And on that day I learned that I was created by the God Machine. By their will, in order to save the world from the contagion. And I knew that one day, the sacrifices my friends made for me that one day would not go forgotten. And we get the scene of the four people approaching the church, but they're not you. They are an angel, a werewolf, a sin eater, and an arisen. And they walk in and they find the remnants of your body fused together in this pillar. And Kristen stands there, now 15 years older. And the rest is, as they say, the rest is known and the rest has already been written. But this was the lost chapter that no one knew. This was the tale of the Deviant, the Renegades. And so ends our lost chapter, Contagion Chronicle, Deviant, the Renegades. Thank you, everyone. That ends the game. Really quick, something that I would like to do that actually Jax taught me how to do at the end of every game. I would like on the count of 3 for everyone just to take a really big deep breath and just let your feelings out. 1, 2. I know that got intense. We're almost at 11 o'clock. Holy shit, that was we spent a while doing this. I apologize.
Yeah,
Over a
boy.
3-hour game. I didn't think it would take this long.
It was
Hey,
good.
we
It
did
was
some
Is
cool
very
it?
good.
things.
But thank you to everyone. Just so we don't have to take too much more time when there's recording, go ahead and let everyone know where they can find you.
Can we also say one cool thing that we
Yeah.
liked?
Of course.
Let us know where you want to start.
We'll start reverse, so Aid.
Dang, I was hoping you wouldn't start with me. That's okay. So you can find me on Twitter at Aid3E or on Discord. I'm in the Gehenna Gaming Discord channel as Aid. Come hang out with me there. I'm not in any active streams right now, but catch me around Discord. Catch me on some stuff coming up. Maybe, who knows? Something I really liked. Was that the question? I immediately forgot it as soon as you said. Well, I really liked playing, trying to find some more creative. I like how creative everyone was with their different variations and their powers, and I really liked how Rowan reacted to the tilt that he got. I thought that was really creative and a good, very like cathartic sort
Yeah.
of outburst. So that's what I got.
All right, and Nick.
Hi, I'm Nick. You can find me on Twitter at IIUNUEII. As the Australians I used to play Overwatch with called it, Ianui. And you can also find me on the Discord. I am Salt Elemental on the GG Discord. I'm also not in any active streams, but yeah, join the Music League. It's fun.
Awesome. Abby.
What's something cool you like?
Yeah,
what's
what'd
the
you
cool you
like?
liked?
Sorry, something cool that I liked is I like how everyone kind of had like, it felt like everyone had a core thing that their character was. And it's like I could feel like each core aspect of everyone. It's like we took these pre-gens, but like I don't think anyone could do those pre-gens the way that we did them.
I agree.
Like I really appreciated that. That was awesome.
Yep, absolutely. Well, hey everybody, thanks for going on the ride. Have been, will be, and continue to be Abby.
Thankfully.
God, I hope I continue to be. I'm currently over with Simulacra TV doing an Aberrant Atomic Youth game. I play Water Lily, and you can see it on Wednesdays, so that's a lot of fun. But I have new and interesting things happening all the time. So at Clarion Call on Twitter, can give you some of that info as well. But this has been an absolute pleasure, and honestly, I loved the Hamptons thing. I loved how these utterly mismatched roommates, like, turned into over the course of these hours, like the cat calming her or like helping her work through her shit. So that was great.
Yeah, that's good. Hi, I'm Jax. You can find me on most social media as Rufflejax. I will probably be making some TikToks of this character over on my TikTok, which is also at Rufflejax. You can find me at jacquelinebrick.design. I am in a mostly every other Sunday, except we've had to skip a few occasions, of a game of Slay Industries over on TTRP Theater. I play the inveterate bitch, Shekinah Zelenko.
You?
Me? Nah. Oh, she's much more of a cold bitch. She's not like, hi, here I am. She's like, you listen to me, and I will fucking kill you. Uh, she also has a gambling addiction. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, oh gosh, my favorite thing about this game is really how many cinematic moments we got. Like this game did really feel sort of like Escape from New York, really. I was, and it didn't feel cinematic in like a superhero's way, right? Like it felt cinematic in the same way a Mad Max movie feels cinematic. And I loved that. And I loved that we got to have these soft moments. I loved Janice like picking up the drive skill and just like fucking race carring us out of there. Everything, Cazador and Rowan working together to blow up gunships was fucking amazing. I also really enjoyed biting off Skylar's tongue. That was fun.
Hell yeah.
Thought it was very stylish.
All right. I guess that just leaves me. Hi everyone, I'm Nick Francia. I was your storyteller. You can find me at Old Man Nick. Like I said, I'm the stream producer and event and marketing manager over at Gehenna Gaming. I love Chronicles of Darkness. Where else you can see me? Let's see. I'm doing. We already recorded the first episode, but in October there's going to be a Vampire the Masquerade game that I'm running for my good friend Rena the Uvulard. And that's going to be a Sabbat game. I'm really interested in getting my take on the Sabbat, and mainly trying to do something that's not like... I'm trying not to be super edgelordy with it, which is not saying that people do that, but saying that's kind of the way... Yeah, that's kind of the way people lean. But other stuff that you can find me on, I have some really cool series coming up soon. Other than that, I have a project I want to talk about them doing with Devil's Luck Gaming, but I can't talk about it just yet. You'll see some cool shit with that hopefully very soon. I am... What else I'm doing? Oh, Kingdom Hearts Interstitial War is set to come back in November is our tentative date. And then the audio drama will be releasing soon in October. And then I announced that Evangelion project, and we'll see when that comes out. Let's just say... Other than that, I also do hire GMing, so if you know people that want to hire GM in order to play games and throw me some extra cash so I can upgrade my studio a bit, I'm always down with that. You just hit me up on my email or just hit me up on my Twitter DMs. I'm always answering them.
Fun little Easter egg for those of you who've been watching along with the Contagion Chronicle. I played Ash in the Geist Chronicle. This character's pre-gen name was originally Ash, so if you want to think of this as a very different take on that Ash, you are more than welcome to do that.
And if you did watch the Contagion Chronicle, I hope you saw all the Easter eggs and where everything was connected. End of stream promos, there's on Gehenna's part. On Tuesdays, we're going to be hosting Atlanta by Night, which has our team member Ellie Collins and also Ian Mueller. We'll be there. Mueller, sorry, not Mueller. I don't think of Mueller because Jurassic Park. Wednesdays, Ian's going to be playing Resident Evil, and then we'll have another Saturday night one-shot next Saturday. So
Nick should have me to do more things.
Yes, I need to run my Chronicle days are not over just yet. I do need to run a Changeling game, and I do need to run a Beast of Primordial game eventually. Those are
okay, really? Okay, so pitch to the stream, and also pitch to Nick here. This group, but Changeling, because Deviant is kind of the other side of the Changeling coin.
Changeling. Which one is the COD Changeling?
That's the one where you got kidnapped by the Fae and tortured, and then you escaped.
Okay, cool.
Any day. You all have been a delight, and Nick, anytime. Pleasure.
I appreciate it. This is a fun group to play with.
You did a great job, Nick.
And I
think yay, Nick!
Oh, and then my favorite thing from the stream, I'm gonna say I really liked, because we were talking about this, and no other time I've run this scenario did Rowan. Rowan thought about blowing up the water pipe, but no Rowan did it because they didn't want to douse themselves in water. So congratulations for taking that sacrifice. Nice. And that was my thing I liked, and that is the end of the stream. I love y'all. Have a good night.
Bye.